Orville Nation, welcome everybody. Sorry for the late start. It's my bad. Things have been hectic. Welcome everybody. Who do we have in the chat? Oh, we have Nick in the chat and Dan on the channel. Hello, weapons maker. Wouldn't see that on here this week. Hello, Colin. Hello, Gap. It's almost time for that channel. Let's see, Philippe. Yeah, we were waiting for Philippe to show up. Welcome, everyone. We saw Stephanie in there before. We saw, who else did we see? Tracy. Nice stream last night, Tracy. Louise. Hello, Maria. Maria's also on the panel. Welcome, everybody. Please share once we get started, guys. Alrighty. I think that's hello, Jeff. Good to see you, Jeff B. Yeah, and so it begins. Alrighty, folks. We are here to celebrate. We are here to celebrate Dark Matter, and here we go. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Dark Matter family, Dark Matter Nation. I haven't streamed in a while. I feel rusty, so please be merciful. I'm probably gonna make mistakes. I feel really rusty. Hello, Parrot. BJ, you're not late until you're late. Good to see everyone. It's nice to be streaming. Yeah, Gap's new channel is coming. Believe it or not, it's coming. I know we've been talking about it for a while. We've been talking about it almost as long as we've been talking about Dark Matter Season 4. But it's coming. Good to see everybody. We're going to bring Maria in a sec. We're going to bring Nikki back. We're going to bring them back on. And I just want to give a holler to Yitza. Obviously, Yitza made this beautiful mural, of course, of the Dark Matter crew, and we can't, because it's long ways. Not everybody's on there, but all the cast is on there, and of course, Joe is right above me. So, beautiful artwork from Yitza, and if you're not following Yitza, I'm gonna put his thing in here. His Twitter, actually. So anybody who needs artwork, wonderful artwork from Yitza. If you need a beautiful caricature of yourself as a Dark Matter, character, talk to Yitza. Alrighty. And we have another artist we want to welcome, of course. But first of all, because we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about Nikki's website. I first want to bring in Maria, but let me say a few words before that. So we're going to be doing Dark Matter Week. It's going to go on for a little bit longer than a week because I can't stream every day, and I should have thought about this. I thought I could, but I can't stream every day for 7 days. So I'm going to spread it out a little bit, and it was very appropriate. Thank you, Nikki, for reminding me that Joe's birthday was coming. And what a better way to start Dark Matter celebration than on Joseph's birthday. So, Joe, if you're out there listening, I hope you're not. I hope you're out having a good time with a Kemi, doing celebrating your birthday. But if you are, happy birthday, my friend, and enjoy your day and many, many, many more blessings. Alrighty. I want to bring in one of our great co-hosts, and she has a channel of her own. It is called TNTelly. Welcome, Maria Shinzai. Hello.
Hey, good to see you. Yes, loving that background.
Yeah, it's great,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's awesome. He does great work.
Yitza really went all out on this one.
He did. Thanks for having me here.
How are you and your cats doing? I see a cat walking in the background.
Yeah, yeah, she's got a little attitude. They're doing good. They're relaxing today. It's a good day.
Do you want to tell us about Maria's channel and what's coming up next on Maria's Tea and Telly?
Yeah, well, as some of you may know, as I've got my Mistress Vampire's character that pops in for celebrating Halloween, and I've had some awesome guests that actually want to come back. Believe it or not, they had a good time, and although I have a few lined up, um, uh, they may come join. But for this month, it's gonna be Halloween based, and so it'll probably be the Vampira character here and there for now, until we start Farscape next.
Yeah, can you tell us really quick about Farscape?
Yeah, well, Tracy, who's in the chat here with us, is gonna help me co-host. We're gonna be doing the Farscape review. It's basically an introduction to those who've never seen it or heard of it, and just to get those who absolutely love it excited about it again. So it's still something you can catch on. I forget which one of them streamed, but we'll go over that. But yeah, excited to do that. It's a great show.
Awesome. And yeah, this is the Yitz's Twitter, guys. Get a Yitza from Yitza himself. You can actually get a
Yes,
Yitza from Yitza himself.
yes.
So
Ye-
hit him up, and of course we're going to be doing. Yitza obviously does the also does the artwork for our Orville reviews,
mhm.
and
Did mine too.
he did Maria's.
Mhm.
He did Maria's, yeah. And do you have it there, by the way, on your
Mm.
avatar? Did you turn off
I
your camera, or do you not have
I
it?
do. Yeah, it's, I think, if I know how to
They
do
did a good
this.
job on yours.
Yeah, he did. Let
Well,
me
I did
see
a
if
good
I
job
know
on
how to
all.
do this.
This is, uh, yeah, this is mine. So
Yeah,
yeah, Yitsa did a great job. Great
yeah,
job on all
very
our
great.
stuff.
Yep.
So I urge everybody to get one. Get a Yitsa.
Get a Yitza. That's kind
Um,
of fun to say.
yeah.
Get a Yitza.
So by the way, Philippe, the prison uniform, we are going to be raffling that off, and we're going to be announcing how that's going to work this week. All right. So the uniform, Melissa's uniform, the well, it's not a plaque. What is it again? It's a
Oh, the little needle point.
yeah, the needle point that was
Mhm.
hanging up in the production office,
Mhm.
and one of Melissa's Dark Matter backpack, and
Mhm.
a few other surprises that will blow your minds. And we're going to be
Mhm.
putting that out there. And it's what we're going to do is, because we want this to
Mm.
be the opportunity to be accessible to everyone. We are going to be. Go ahead and put your link in, Stephanie, and if anybody can help Robert and Stephanie, please do. Um, they're waiting for their housing still. So yeah, there's gonna be a few more surprises, and we want to do this. We want to make this a raffle, because we want everyone to have an equal shot at it. If we did do an auction, we might raise a little bit more money, but I think that the spirit of the raffle is better for the community, and I don't just want somebody who can just you know dish out the money to just take it. Obviously, we're doing this for rambling, but we also want to do it in the spirit of the community. So we're going to do a raffle. And what probably is going to happen is that if you buy a raffle ticket, is that that raffle ticket is going to make you available for all the prizes, and we're going to draw. We're going to do a draw, and we're going to give you. Well, we're going to talk more about it this week. All right. So, with no further ado, our special guest for today is somebody who is helping out the dark matter community with her with providing some much needed much needed fan merch for Joe and for Dark Matter. Welcome, Nick the Stick, Nikki. Welcome, Nikki.
Hi, how you guys doing? Hi, Dark Matter Nation. Nice to meet you guys again.
Good
Maria,
to see you. I think
TJ,
everybody knows you.
Yes.
which is a really weird feeling, I might add. In a good way.
Yeah, I think everybody knows Nikki. You guys have seen her stuff on social media, and we're going to be celebrating today. We're celebrating one. We're celebrating Dark Matter, and we're celebrating on our first day. We're celebrating one. On the second day, we're going to celebrate two, etc., etc. But we have Nikki for a little bit, and let me just put up this image.
Real
But,
quick
yeah,
while you're putting
please.
the image up. Happy birthday, Joe! I can't believe I forgot that.
Yes! Happy birthday, Joe!
Happy birthday.
Shall we sing to you guys want to sing happy birthday to Joe?
Will we get in trouble for that?
No,
I
hold
don't
on.
know.
Let me put wait, hold that up again, Nikki.
Oh,
All
there we
right.
go.
Ready? Happy birthday to you.
You. Happy birthday
to
to
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, dear
I was
Joe.
afraid to get in trouble from you know who.
Happy birthday to
To
you.
you.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay. And that was a
Hopefully he's got
beautiful
left
design.
cake.
Beautiful design on that, Nikki.
It is. Very nice. I loved it.
Very nice caricature. What do you call your style? What do you call that style again?
It's kind of like a chibi, but kind of modified, I guess.
I was telling her, you know, she can make something horrific look cute, and you're like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
A
it'll come and rip your
decapitated
head off,
head.
but it'll still be cute.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've seen everybody's I've seen everybody's post to Joe,
Yes.
and the fandom really appreciates Joe. What of there was I saw a lot of discussions a lot of this week about Stargate, about Joe, about Dark Matter, and one of the most accomplished TV writers for sci-fi and in general that is out there. Very, very humble. And we are so fortunate to be able to have to enjoy everything that Joe has put out in Stargate and Dark Matter and Utopia Falls. You guys, it's interesting. It's different, but it's not Joe, but Joe's involved. And listen, Powder Mage is coming. So awesome. What is the Gap? What is this? What is the link you've put up here? Let's see. I'm just not sure what Gap is sharing. Wow, I can really tell I have not been streaming in a few weeks.
And by the way, I just want to let you know this is water. Just
Totally believe you. Totally believe you.
Is that a reference from
it's water
about last night?
Just to make sure.
All right. Oh, let me show this really quick. The Gap is showing us what is coming down the road. And of course, we all grow together, guys. We're a community, and I'm going to show real quick what so it's a new teaser for Gap's channel. Congrats, Gap. Congrats, the Big G Show.
Nice.
That looks great. That looks fantastic, Gap. Congratulations.
Yeah. Looks good.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's good. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the content is going to be like. He's told me a little bit about it, but he's still a bit elusive. So we're so looking forward to that guy. What did she say, Nikki?
Oh, it's my cat talking.
What do you know what they said?
Yeah, she said, "Wow."
She's saying it's absolutely awesome. Now give me some treats.
Yeah, she said, "Wow."
Sorry.
All right. Before we get to Mark and David and celebrating one today, I want to go through Nikki's Dark Matter store. And Nikki, I think the best thing for you to be to share, I think it's best for you to walk us through it, if you want.
Oh, I can definitely do that. All right. Do you want me to pull up on? I don't think I can pull up on my end.
Unless you want me to guide it. And
You might
tell
be
me-
better you guiding it because I'm not sure
Okay.
I can pull up on my end for you guys to see it.
Gotcha. All right. I'm pulling it up then.
Oh, actually, hold on. I might be able to. Hold on. There's a share button here. Sorry, everybody out there. This is a little new for me here, and I have a cat on my lap. So give me a second.
No rush. I can do it. I just thought maybe it's better if you did it.
Let's see here. Yeah, you might want to do it. I don't think I'm going to get this right.
Okay.
Sorry,
All right,
guys. Cat
Yep.
tail.
And I do want to remind everybody that Nikki has some amazing stuff on her and
and if you've got ideas
website.
for stuff, let me know. I'm all about helping the fandom. Yeah, let me know.
Well, we're going to be working pretty close together for some merch for Tea and Telly, so I'm looking forward for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Cool.
creators, any creators out there, because I'm also going to be working with Nikki on Orville Nation merch.
Mhm.
So any creators out there for your channels, you might want to really take a look at this. All right, here we are. Let me just share it.
Sorry, here I'm just going to get the cat away from me. Come here. There.
Yeah. Question from Tracy. Do you ship to Canada?
I'm Canadian. Of course I ship to Canada. I actually ship worldwide. I'm working out the whole VAT thing for Europe, but I ship everywhere.
That's great. All right.
And if you have problems on the website, please let me know and I will fix it.
Okay. Are you talking to me or to the chat? Are you talking to the chat?
The chat. If there's a problem, if you ever have a problem on the website or you don't see something, let me know. I'm helpful.
All right.
At least I try to.
Now the first of all, it looks great. Wow, there's a lot. This is the homepage, and there's a lot of cat stuff on here. I'm warning people.
Guilty as charged.
I'm not complaining.
You're probably best if you go to the search and just put in dark matter. That will pull up everything that's dark matter related.
I will. I'm just gonna scroll up and down. Looks good. Looks cool. There's a lot of stuff on here. Wow.
I do custom work too.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Let's see. So I just searched dark. I go to here and I search dark matter.
Yeah. And I made sure I tag everything for dark matter that I have.
All right.
As you can see, there's a lot of dark matter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So let's go through this. Well, I want to go through this one by one. All right. The fan pin. That looks cool. Wow.
And there
I remember you
pins.
talking about this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've actually had someone put them through the washing machine and they came out fine. So they're pretty durable and light.
Wow.
Can't go wrong with those.
Yeah, these are great. Oh, I want one of these. Now, are people aware that this is out there?
To a degree. Normally I sell most of my stuff at conventions, but we know what's been going on with those. So not quite there yet. So hopefully next year and in the spring, we're going to be good again. And I'll have all of them. A nice little display here. These are all the dark matters.
One second. Let me just blow you up. 1 second. Ah, wow. That's a lot. You got a lot of wow. You have a lot of pins.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, Nikki. That's great.
Sorry, cat.
And,
you stop that.
Matt has a dark matter. Oh, mine. You got one from Nikki? That's great.
I think he got the Dark Matter Forever one.
Now you
which would be this design here. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
This is the Dark Matter Forever one.
That is awesome. That is
that
beautiful. Wow.
Mhm.
There we go.
Look at that. The design is, wow, love it. That's great.
Mhm.
Sorry, I've
That's
been using this myself to product test. I've been using it for months now and it works great.
Do you have the pins in stock?
Yes, I have all my pens right now are currently in stock. And if I do go out of stock, I'll probably be reordering more. So yeah. But all of them are currently in stock.
That's great. Richie, what we're doing is we're celebrating today we're going to celebrate one on the first day of Dark Matter, a long Dark Matter week. I've even thought about just calling it Dark Matter Month, and just go to the end of the month. Today we're going to be celebrating one. Second stream we'll be celebrating two, etc., etc. And we will finish with the Android, and then we'll have we had a lot of special guests, so we will also have a day of some of the guests like Kate Drummond, Jeff Terranen, Will Wheaton, etc. So these are closer at some of the other pins. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Wow.
I was thinking of adding things to like pillows and Dark Matter, the shower curtain.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all you guys get that reference.
I love the shower curtain idea.
Mm-hmm.
I might add it just for some fun. Dark Matter, the shower curtain.
I need for us cooking fools. I love the apron, and I'd like to see them do like the what is it called, like the cookie jars and the flour jars and things like they have different sizes and for sugar and flour.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I have those. I'd have to look, but I do have the apron. The aprons are cool.
I like the apron.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I'm putting in an order for Nikki as soon as I can.
Sorry, get my keyboard back.
Oh, that's great. You have a Dark Matter contest coming, Gap.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know about that, Gap.
Absolutely. Could there be a Dark Matter video game similar? This has come up again and again.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool. It's all about a serious developer talking to Joe's obviously going to send them to Prodigy because they have the rights. But to talking, briefly to Joe, and then probably, who knows? They might not be interested in it though. So,
but you never know until you ask.
Yeah, obviously, I think that some of these Hollywood studios have not grasped. Oh, they're not Hollywood. They're Canadian based, but I think some of these traditional studios or production companies haven't realized the impact of the video game possibility yet. So, or they just think they might just think it's too hard to get done or something, or too costly or whatever. But
I don't know. With that, wouldn't that require also the actors to use their voice in it as well, unless they do it without?
Well, that's a good point.
That's true.
It can be very involved. Yeah, it could be very involved.
Mm-hmm.
Or at the same time too. I mean, some video games don't actually have the original actors voicing, but that's.
Well, that's true. I mean, they could maybe make a game that doesn't require voices, but that would be kind of bizarre. So they would have to, but I think most people who are into dark matter would probably feel a little awkward, or not
Either
awkward.
that or they have to have like the little text bubbles that pop up.
Yeah, something like that.
That's true. That's
Without
true.
their voices. Because if I were to play it and heard somebody else's voice, I'd be like, "What?
Yeah,
Ew."
that would be a little weird.
That's yeah.
So Nikki, is this for like to frame?
Yes.
Okay.
The prints, they're all on their paper 8.5 by 11, which makes them really easy to frame. I mean, you could go to the dollar store and pick up a frame for them. They're that easy to frame. Although if people want, I could actually get them on canvas too. Something I've been thinking about.
Okay.
Because now the one place is offering framed canvas prints.
Okay. And this is what Maria was talking about. How cool is this? Oh, this is a great gift, guys.
Yeah. I might have
It's a
to
great
get
gift
an
idea.
apron.
I'm actually tempted to get this one for myself, to be perfectly honest with you. I've been trying so hard not to buy it myself.
I know. How can you not want that?
It'd be great
If
for
anybody
barbecuing.
can help out Stephanie and Captain Robert, please check that out, guys. And the lack of there should be more done with the dark matter IP. That's very clear. More should be done.
You get the fandoms like Dark Matter, Stargate, whatnot, and it's just they sometimes let it fall flat.
Well, the weird thing is if you do go on a search to look for some merchandise for any of them, like even Dark Matter or anything, most of the merchandise is coming from people like Nick who create them themselves. It doesn't come from an actual company who's created them, which I think is kind of nice. It has a nice touch to it and created by, somebody that is a fan of and not just some person cranking it out. So that's nice, but I think they should see that, notice that it's missing something. I mean, people like the merchandise.
Yeah. Well, the way I look at it is, in my case, it's for fans from fans.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I also like to put
obviously
weird, funny things in them.
what Nikki is doing is also supported by Joe. We should say that.
Mm-hmm.
And this really indirectly helps the whole fandom, Nikki. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if the more people like it, the more it's out there, the more I'll do. And, hopefully at some point we'll go, hey, look, hello, we're still here.
Matt, is this the one you have? Matt Ryan, Weapons Maker. Is this the mug that you have?
I still want Bubba. Ugh, I love Bubba.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking to Matt, the Weapons Maker. Now, I think that's my mug, says Matt. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I'm getting one. I'm going to get one of those, like ASAP, Nikki.
That's my first favorite Stargate mug, and then the second one is the one with the cookies, with the android with the cookies, the season 3 mug.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Let me see that again. Oh wow,
I just like
that's
the
beautiful.
Cookies.
Wait,
and they are dishwasher and microwave safe.
Is that for sale on the website?
Yes,
oh,
yes,
okay.
actually. I think there's 4 possible. I think there's 4 different mug designs right now.
Oh, okay.
But if anybody wants a mug with their favorite character, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or Android, let me know, because I can actually split up all of those images from the Dark Matter Forever mug, and I can make you a mug.
I know Adega wants an Android mug. I could almost guarantee he wants an Android mug.
I know. This time asking, is this Orville Nation? I get a little confused. We're all one big happy family.
Yes.
Oh, that's Matt with his mug.
Yeah.
There's
nice.
the Weapons Maker himself with his mug.
Oh, I've been asked a question. How do I get around copyright problems? All of my stuff is fan made. I nothing to owning the particular rights to anything. It is strictly all fan made and my interpretation of particular shows or whatnot.
So it's considered art, right?
Yes, it's considered art. If in this case, say for example, Prodigy did come to me and say, hey, we don't want you to do this, then I can't do it. But right now, it is fan work and it's my interpretation of stuff. So,
okay. Maria, your channel's been doing so well lately that they're coming to see you.
Whatever. That's not even true. He's just time is just teasing me.
Let's see. All right. I love this. Look at this. This has Nikki, this has these have like, I'm feeling like these Battlestar Galactica overtones here.
Mm-hmm.
I found the font. You have to modify it, but I found the font.
Wow.
And then I had to have fun with the
nice. These are
Yeah.
wow, this was nice. I like this. We are the Ross.
They're a decent size too. Like I said, they're a pretty good size.
Wow.
You can see them.
Yeah, that's pretty good size. I
Awesome.
wonder if Matt can make some baby weapons and put the
This is where you
logo
need the
on it.
3D printer.
So Matt's problem is that he can't ship them. Is that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, I could see where that would be a problem.
He can't ship them because they look like actual weapons.
Oh yeah, customs would be a pain in the butt for that.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but
Yeah.
it might be really costly or something.
Hey, Randy.
Welcome everybody. Hello, Randy.
See Richie.
Yeah, we're getting Nikki's gonna do that for us.
Yeah.
Our Revelation mug.
Yeah. Because did you dim question, PJ? But did you design your logo? Like, is that?
I designed it with help of some computer friends of mine. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you like it?
I love it.
I don't know. Like, it's very simple, but
no, it's good. It's really good if you sit there and look at it for a while. I'm like, hey, I like
our
it.
T-shirts. We also have T-shirts coming, by the way. So
nice.
We'll talk more about that. Well, we had T-shirts, and we had a couple T-shirts, and I got to get back to doing that. So, and especially for season 3 coming out, we got to get stuff. Season 3 is coming out in March, so I want to be ready for that.
That looks interesting. I cannot actually wait for that one. That one looks really good.
Yeah. You mean Orville season 3, right?
Oh yeah, Orville season 3, and then I'm also looking forward to the new Discovery too. So.
Discovery.
Gal has to have her vices.
Yes. I'm looking forward to see if there's going to be any changes in Discovery season 4.
I've seen the trailer for it. It looks like they're going into a really weird place again, which is what I kind of like about Discovery is they definitely step outside of the bounds a lot. So I'm looking forward to it.
This is beautiful, Nikki. Wow.
It is.
You got Wexler in there. Wexler's off to the side there hiding.
Oh, these are awesome. Look at that. What's her name?
Nyx?
No, the blonde one with the swords.
That's the android.
That's the android?
Remember when she had 4 swords and she was practicing when she had the emotion chip in?
Did she have her hair down?
She had her hair down during that whole thing. Because she was in the human mode.
Gotcha. You know what threw me off was the hair.
Yeah, because usually she has it up in
down.
I could not imagine trying to do that every day. Oh my God. Ouch.
And these are the individual ones. Beautiful stuff. Look at that.
Yeah, those are good. Very cute. Very detailed.
Wow.
Yeah, usually chibis aren't detailed, but I can't help it. I have to put details in it. I don't know why. I always
This
do.
is beautiful artwork, Nikki. I think it's very appropriate for the fandom.
Yes.
We love the game idea, Richie. I don't know if you're talking to us or We love the game idea. I've
Yeah.
been saying it for years. Well, I've been saying it for a year. For Dark Matter specifically, I've been saying it for a year, and you're absolutely right. There should be a game. You're absolutely right.
As far as we know, somebody's creating it as we speak.
You never know.
Maybe, yeah. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. That's the yeah. And the reason we're going through this, guys, is because it's Nikki's not getting rich from any of this at all. It probably actually costs her money in some cases. But she's very talented. Her artwork is definitely needs to be supported. And and really the reason I want to go through all this is because Nikki is doing a service to the fandom. And we thank you. Seriously, Nikki, you have no idea how much we appreciate this.
Yeah.
For me, this is a hobby. It's not what I do for a living. I just do this for fun. It's kind of like my little hobby. If I could do this for a living, this would be freaking amazing, mind you.
Well, that's a long-term goal of yours, right? To just to just do your website.
That would be really cool because then you get that extra flexibility and all that stuff. But I suck at advertising, so.
This question, Richie says, if a miniseries happens, where do you want to stream it? Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount. What do you guys think?
Netflix.
Yeah.
Because they've had it on there already.
Sorry to cover you, Maria.
No, that's all right.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Give me a chance to adjust.
There you go.
No, show off your background.
No. The ladies are much lovelier than I am.
No, show off your background. Yeah, I think Netflix is probably.
Now the logic in that, Nikki, of course, and Maria, is that Dark Matter season 1 through 3 is on Netflix right now.
But do they put it back on again? I know they keep putting it on, taking it off.
Yeah, they have it back on there now.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, that might be. So that might be. Yeah, absolutely, Colin. So it looks like it's probably going to be Netflix. We don't want to speculate to where Joe pitched. By the way, guys, if you guys haven't heard, Joe has pitched already for their Dark Matter, whatever that might be, whether it's season 4 or whether it's miniseries or who knows.
I think we'll take anything as long as we can get some closure.
We'll take anything.
Yeah. That was horrible what they did to us. Everybody, just horrible.
I gotta say though, I don't want closure. I want continuity, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it was said, what he said it was supposed to be 5 seasons, Give us the story. We want the story. We want the character development. Too much hanging.
Yeah. Did you guys? What did you? I don't know. I think Yodel's the only one who's grown up a little bit, right? She looks a little different, but she's basically the same. I mean, she looks a little older though. I mean, it's because she was very young, right? She's a teenager.
Yeah, but how many times do you have adults playing teenagers anyway? So.
Yeah. Let's see. All right.
The other thing on my website that I'm really, really liking right now is the wallet.
Oh yeah, I got to get to that.
I'm loving that. I'm gonna have to get one.
This is great.
Right.
Look at two looks angry there.
My tea and Talia, I like that. Yeah, I know they all do.
This is great.
And you can, if you take a look, you'll see that there is slightly differences in the style. Like this one here, this is one of the first ones I've done, and that was years ago. My style has finally matured a bit more since then. So
as we all do.
This is no, I know what you're saying, but it's it's fun art, so it's just a different take on let's see where. So I gotta go here. Wow, there's 6 pages of Dark Matter stuff.
Yeah, you might not want to go through all of them. I would just recommend showing the pages at this point because otherwise you're going to be here forever.
I'm going to go through them a little faster, but I want to go through everything. I want everybody to see all the products. Yes, guys, for Adega's birthday, send him an Android pin.
When's Adega's birthday?
I don't know, but we should all send him Android pins.
We should all. Yes.
Um,
I'll send him the socks.
oh, the socks are great. Nikki was showing me the socks. Wow.
Mm.
I actually have a sample of the socks here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Only
That's
because Joe
great.
likes socks.
Look at that. Those are beautiful.
Have
Can you hold them a
fun.
little closer? A little closer to the camera?
There we
Look
go.
at that. That's awesome.
There's
Wow.
Those are
that
great.
one. And then I have just the straight Dark Matter Forever, for the diehard fans.
Nice. See somebody
AJ.
like in his business outfit, and then all of a sudden he crosses his legs, and there's Dark Matter Forever coming out. the bottom of his
And I will
pants.
say, guys, no, I cannot do cufflinks. Sorry, I don't have a thing for cufflinks.
And the reason is?
I don't own a 3D printer, which is probably the only way I'd be able to get cufflinks made.
Really?
Would be a 3D printer.
Really? Okay. JD says that Dark Matter's on Amazon Prime in Australia.
Nice.
So, by the way, we do have a lot of Australian audience. So bear that in mind, guys.
If you're in
UK,
Australia, I do ship
Australia.
there. Just really, really sorry. It just takes a while to get to you guys right now.
Yeah, the virtual season. Yep. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was okay. Yeah, this is 1. Okay, so we're celebrating 1. This is Mark Ben David. 3 looks great.
Oh, they're out of order. Ooh, bad Nikki.
Oh yeah.
I'll have
You
to fix
just
that
realized
later.
maybe you should put them in order.
Yeah, bad
These are-
Nikki.
These are great. These are great. That's okay. I don't think people.
I don't think it's people will notice.
Wow, that's cool. I like this one. Look at the cookies.
Mhm.
She's
Yep.
got the cookies on here,
I
guys.
like the cookies.
I don't know about you guys, but if Android Dwarf would be cookies, I'd have cookies.
Oh, here are the socks again.
Mm-hmm.
They look great. Look at those socks. Wow, they look fantastic.
So at least this way you got to see what they actually look like, right?
See,
Mm.
the girls should all be buying this because women can show these off better than men because you can wear this with a skirt.
Mm.
I would highly recommend the medium for girls. The ones I have here are large, and they're a little too big.
So we gotta get the slippers, the scarf, the gloves, the hat.
I
Winter's
could actually
coming.
do scarves.
Winter's coming. Gonna need a.
Wow, yeah,
Do
scarf is a
ourselves
good
up.
idea.
Yeah, you know those like little silk ones? I can
Mhm.
actually do those too.
Alex Malari Jr. By the way, have you tried? I know Melissa I think has some of your stuff, but have you tried sending stuff to the actors?
I've sent some of them. I've actually met Alex in real life.
Oh yeah.
He's actually signed one of my originals. He's got really, really big guns, guys. Like in real life, he's got muscles. Wow.
Look at that 6 and 5. Isn't that great? Who is this? I'm still here. Who's that? Is that 1?
There's one still here.
Yeah, one. I number 1's still here because this is the season 2 mug, right? And
Yeah.
well, we all know what happened to him, and we kept
Yeah.
waiting for him to show up.
That's great, Nikki. I love the little I'm still here. 1 is still here.
Yeah.
Don't
Or am
forget
I?
me.
Or am I? Yeah, we're gonna get to that today. We're gonna get to that, Mark. That's nice. That's the one of our earlier. Oh, this is great. That's great. Wow.
Hi.
Wow.
Sorry, my cat came back.
Speaking about 1, let me just throw this out. Let me just throw this in there 1 second. Let's see. Where did I put it? So we're talking to where'd it go? Oh. Okay. Let me ask you this, guys. Let me ask you this. Let me stop sharing one sec. Let me stop sharing Nikki's thing one sec. Oh, what is wrong? All right. Just going to stop sharing 1 second. And what do you guys think? Is this true or not? So we reached out to Mark Ben David, true or false. And he says, sorry, we can't join you guys tonight. We can't join you tonight for this stream. I can't join you tonight for this stream, says Mark, because I'm sitting here reading my script for New Dark Matter. What do you guys think? True or false?
Oh,
And he sends me this picture.
I
True or
probably want to
false?
say true. I really, really do.
All I can say is he's being a tease, but that's an awesome snap.
But is he going to come back as one or many of the other versions of him out there? That's the question.
Well, I don't know. There could be a little bit of truth to this. He is in a hotel room. You can clearly tell by the hotel AC thing there. So
Oh, yeah.
he's got a script in hand, and I don't know. I'm going to have to zoom up and see
Now,
what it says.
To be honest, guys, Mark did not send me this. This is from his Instagram. He just
I know. It was fun playing.
yeah. But I
Oops,
wish
Peter
I
Joe.
saw it. I was like, oh, I wish that he's reading that script from Joe. Who knows? Listen, who knows if Joe has sent out something to his to a few actors? Who knows? Just to let them know what he has pitched. Who knows? But anyway, we're gonna be hearing a little bit from our pre-recorded stuff with Mark. And let me just get back to Nikki, I don't know how long we have you for, but maybe 5-10 more minutes.
Yeah, about that.
I want to get through. I'm going to race through Nikki's stuff because I want everybody to see it. Let's see. Beautiful. Look at 6. Look at Roger Cross there.
Oh, his jacket's. I love his jacket. His jacket is awesome.
Yeah. There was a really cool jacket that he had. And we have another 5 here.
With the blink drive, of course.
The blink drive.
She's got the blink drive.
That's great. You did a great job. Did a great job on her outfit there.
She has the most colorful outfit out of all of them, to be perfectly honest with you. Everyone else is like either dark blue, burgundy, or black or gray.
Bubba.
Of course, you have to have Bubba. It's not the same without Bubba.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I'm taking a lot of time with this, but I'm having great pleasure in going through this with you, Nikki. This is the same
bag.
design you just held up. Is it the same or is it different?
This is the bag. This is the large, by the way. And it's very durable. I love it.
Colin says it's beautiful. Colin says after Joe tweeted about the miniseries pitch, he said a number of cast members offered to do voiceover for it. That's awesome. I didn't see that, Colin. Thank you for sharing that. That's great. I don't remember reading that. Have you thought about a Dark Matter comic? Says, Go ahead.
The closest I got was the little dark meowder thing I did, which was the crew's cats with the fleas type thing. I draw good. I don't write good.
Well,
so if anybody out there, I can draw. I just can't write.
Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting. That's interesting. If anybody's
it's time to collaborate with someone
creative out there.
Oh, it always is. Here, fine. Look, go away. Sorry, my cat is holding me hostage.
Let's see. I want to move forward to. This is a sticker, right?
Oh yeah.
I like this.
They're white backgrounds or clear backgrounds.
I really like this. How many do you get in a packet?
The prices on the stickers are individual, but I have some actual packs. So say, for example, like all the girls of Dark Matter, I have all their heads on one. Stickers are a little trickier because most of what I do through a print-on-demand site, with the exception of things like the prints or custom work. I use on print-on-demand. It's the way I can offer a bunch of different things for everybody. And hope not, I'm not gonna lie, I'm broke. So at least this way it gives me a chance to offer things without putting up a lot of money up front.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain this one? This is really creative, Nikki. Can you explain this?
Oh, so this one's called Sesame Street Auditions. How many people here remember the Sesame Street song? I apologize in advance for my singing. It's terrible, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, this is a play on that, and they're holding up their numbers. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Android, and it's like, why are we doing this? So it was the only way she would give us the access codes, and she goes 5, 5. No, that's not right. Why? Everyone else has their name on it.
See, you can write.
Yeah, that's creative.
Okay, I'm good at one-line punches. I'm good at the one-line.
You're good at memes. That's great. All right, I'm getting this. You're going to see me wearing this on stream real soon. These are nice.
They're actually very durable because they're not the hard crunchy ones. Like the shirt I'm wearing right now is a hard crunchy one. These are actually printed into the shirts.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is the design on the mug. That's great.
I call this one Dark Matter Forever.
That's great. Oh, wow. This is, guys, these are great holiday presents. And this is the wallet that that Nikki was talking about. This looks really nice. I'm actually really pleased with how the wallet turned out. With the wallet, if you want your favorite character on it, I could do an individual character, just, flip it the other way lengthwise. But yeah. Is it on both sides or?
If you take a look, if you flip, it's the image right now is on both sides. I put it.
Okay. Same image. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I can do different images on each side.
Oh, is that so? Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Wow. I
toyed with putting just the Dark Matter logo on the other side, but it looked better with it on both.
Oh, Nikki, this is cool. Wow. Someone
actually ordered one of those.
Are you kidding?
It took them a while to get it. I believe they posted a picture of it on the Twitter. Wow. But that's a good looking one.
I could see Joe ordering these when he starts it up again. I mean, these look screen worthy.
I might have to get one, and if I come across Jeff, get him to sign it.
Yeah, right.
Might have to get two, because then I'd have to gift him one. I mean, it's
Jeff
only
one
fair.
And Roger one. Give one. Yeah, these are stickers. Oh, okay, these are stickers.
Sticker pack.
Lieutenant Anders, there he is.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only one who's not crew that I've done, because everyone likes Anders.
I remember what you somebody brought this up and you came up with it, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I love suggestions, not just for Dark Matter, to other fandoms, whatnot. Yeah, I like doing stuff for other fandoms too.
Yeah.
And I will let you know the Galactic Authority logo is not exactly the easiest to draw.
Really?
Well, I freehand draw everything, right? So I don't do everything.
Wow.
All my drawings are done through pen and paper. And example here's PJ. But it's all done traditional style.
Oh, can I show them? Let me blow that up. I haven't showed anybody yet.
Sorry.
That's cool. No. Go. No, that's cool. Wow.
So we've got Dark Matter.
Yeah.
We've got Star Trek.
Yeah.
We've got Stargate, and of course the Orville. Oh, and right here is a lightsaber. So then that's Star Wars.
That's amazing. Wow. When you show that to me, wow. Wow, Nikki. I love it. I'm gonna start using it. Wow.
Oh, go ahead.
That's amazing. You know, and by the way, you guys, when Nikki said that she appreciates suggestions, she's totally serious. Like she said, she came up with the Anders. She came up with this Anders from a suggestion, and
I've been asked about Lost Girl. I promise, guys, I am working on it. I'm just trying. I cannot find the symbols for the light fae and the dark fae other than this one really weird screenshot, which is what's holding me up.
Wow, these should be. Listen, when they go back into production, hopefully, God willing, that they go back soon.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, all the production staff should have these notebooks. They should, really. They should. Nice. These are nice. Wow, I'd get these for my kids for school, actually.
They've got the plasticky cover on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna race through these 2 pages. So I want everybody to.
Oh, face masks.
Oh, this
These
is
guys
great.
asked for face masks. I gave you face masks. I apologize to anybody in Canada. The shipping is absolutely horrendous to Canada. I'm so sorry. I do not control the shipping.
This makes me want to wear a face mask again.
The Galactic Authority one is even better than this one, I think.
Oh wow, this is cool. I might have to hit you up on this one. Let's see.
Oh, and if you see a design on something, but it's not on something else, let me know and I can just plop it together.
Great. You know what? Nikki's flexibility is fantastic, guys. She's really working with the fandom and with everybody. Oh wow, this is cool.
The Galactic Authority one is awesome.
Yeah.
That one turned out really well.
I'm getting an Orville vibe from the blue here. By the way.
Ooh, Orville. An Orville one would look really sharp. Sorry.
Yeah, Orville masks. Listen, you should do that for season 3.
You know, I still haven't done any fan work for Orville, and I don't know why. I like
you know that unlike CBS, who hunts down the fans for artwork, for producing artwork, Seth is okay with it.
You'd be surprised on how many people are okay with it. You just have to be aware if you do anything that's fan-based, if someone comes and knocking, you got to take it down. It's as simple as that. Yeah. But if you're doing a one-time original piece, you can do anything, as long as it's an original piece. But anything that's a copy or whatnot, then that's where you have to watch out.
I'm just telling you that Fox and Orville will not come knocking on your door.
Okay, this is a subtle hint. Okay, I got it.
This is great. Wow, the meowder, dark meowder. That's great.
I like puns.
That's great.
I'm a punny person.
And you can get it on the mug too. Very cute. Maria loves this stuff.
I'll probably have to post the little animated cartoon I did for Dark Meowder. I did one.
Oh, you did animated?
Yeah. It's like four frames, but I did it so that they rotate, and it's really kind of cute.
Wow.
And unfortunately, 3 gets the punt of it on this one.
3 wait, say that again. The 3 gets the what?
3 is the zinger on this one. The poor guy gets nailed.
Oh. Okay, explain this again to us. I remember.
Okay. So back when they announced that we lost Dark Matter, I decided I was going to do something big and epic, and I put a calling out to all Dark Matter fans, and I said, hey, if you want, send me a picture and I will add you to a drawing. Now this drawing is 18 by 24 inches. This thing is absolutely massive. The naked guy is Yemen, if you guys have ever seen him on Twitter.
The naked guy's who?
Sorry?
Who was he again?
Yemen.
Oh, Yemen. Okay, that's right.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the bacon wrapped money that he promised me to draw him naked, because we had this debate of some people going, no, yes, no. So.
That's funny. And who else is in here? Matt is in here, isn't he?
Yeah. There's actually quite a few different
Where's
people
Matt?
in there.
Matt was...
In the very back is Joe.
This is
He
Joe.
didn't want to be in it, so I put him in it anyway.
No, this is Joe, like the director.
Yeah, he's directing in the back.
Okay. That's great. Wow. And Matt, if I'm not sure, is this Matt or is this Matt? No.
The one with the Canadian shows kick ass. That's a guy by the name of Burnsy.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to single everybody out. I don't want to.
No. I be trying to remember. It's like I'm lucky if I can remember my own name half.
I remember Matt. Matt, you told me who were you? Where's Matt? Matt, where are you again? Where's Matt? Is he in the chat? Oh, I remember Matt telling me
he's behind the guy with need more dark matter signs.
Oh, okay. He's the guy. That's it. Yeah, that's who you are. This is Matt. That's I remember. This is Matt right here. Matt, our weapons maker. By the way, just for if anybody hasn't seen Matt stuff, Matt is beyond a fandom project. I think to be honest, hey Dalek, oh nice for you to join us. We're reviewing some dark matter merch with Nick the Stick. Matt's I definitely guarantee that Matt has a business in what is it called? Props. Yeah, props.
By the way, Matt, if you don't want Two's Guns or Bubba or anything, they will have a home of honor here. I will just letting you know right now.
And you guys, so you can get this on the mug, and maybe you're on this mug. Who knows?
I still actually have some of the We Are Raza prints available too.
Now, Nikki, are you going to do? There's more people in the fandom now. Are you going to do updated versions of the mug?
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to pose this out here to you guys, to the fans. Would anybody else be interested in another We Are Raza? But we'd have to come up with a new name because I can't use We Are Raza. I've already done the Raza. We Are Raza. But yeah, I might be game if you guys are game.
You know what? You know what you could do is if you pre-order the mug, you get your image on there. That way you're it's definitely financially viable.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Oh, Molly's on there too. Cool.
Yeah, she's the one next to the guy with the corpse sign. If I remember correctly. One with the goggles on her head. Sorry, I have it on my wall. I actually have the original on my wall that I'm looking over at. So.
Oh, okay.
There she is.
There she is. And of course, Molly is the daughter of Matt, who models the weaponry. And Nikki, what before you go, what else is, because we've gone through dark matter, what else is on here that you might want to show us that might interest people right now?
I'm still working on it, but on there is the dark matter coloring book I'm working on.
Oh, wow.
If you go under coloring books on the main page, you'll pull up. I only got 3 coloring books that I've done. But I don't have a title page for it yet. Sorry, guys. But here are some of the sample pages on what they would look like.
Very cool. This looks like fun.
Sorry. Another audience. She agrees with you. She agrees with you, PJ.
That was funny. That was great.
Perfect timing. So the page is going to be it's going to have about 12, 13 pages, single page. So you can tear them out. They don't have to worry about bleed through. It's about 80-pound page paper, so that they're nice and thick. So you can use things like pencil crayons, markers. I'm more of a quality person. Ooh.
Okay.
A Galactic Authority mug.
Yeah, that would be really cool, Nikki.
I can do that. Gap, if you can send me a Twitter, I could probably have one up by the end of the week. I could definitely do that. Do one side with Lieutenant Anders' face, that one there, and on the other side the GA logo. I could do that. That'd be cool. I think that would work.
And really quick, I want to show everybody all these mugs that Nikki has on here. Very cool stuff. Look, there's a lot of cat stuff on here, Maria.
I know.
It's
I gotta
get
the Virgo one.
And Doctor Who. Cool. Maria and all her crazy cat lady friends can order stuff on here.
Yeah, I'll have to get the Virgo one.
You'd also want to check out the Lucky Cats. They are very much for everyday people. there are things like Twisty, Stretchy Von Twisty, and things like Enough is Finally Enough, or it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Kung Fu fighting.
And there's a lot of T-shirts on here. Look at some really cool Doctor Who stuff.
I'm also a big Doctor Who fan. I'm Whovian too.
Wow.
So
look at that, Dalek 451. Look at that. Check that out.
That's awesome.
I'll hold that up again. I'm sorry.
Oh, the T-shirt that was on there. That's actually Dalek Orin.
Ah, very nice.
Sorry, I have a green screen, so the green gets cut out.
Did you show the wallet?
Oh yeah, we showed it when you were in the bathroom.
Oh,
That's
when I left.
not my fault. I'm not controlling it.
We waited till you left. Hold on, let me just get.
It would be your best to go under miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
Very
okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Ah,
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
that's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Very cool.
It is going to be nice to see Orville Nation on there.
Ooh, I could do that too. See, now I got to do more Orville stuff. I got to do the crew of the Orville at some point.
Yes.
See, the problem is with
no.
being a fan of so many different things is there's not enough time to watch and draw and do everything else.
Nikki, you know who you should talk to?
Who?
You should talk to Yitza about using his designs.
Ooh.
And because he's already got the artwork.
Ooh. Well, Yitza, talk to me.
Yeah.
You and me,
So
we could do something
definitely.
together.
He might just be you might just be the logistical part that he's missing to put some stuff out. Who knows?
Mhm.
Well, thank you for the compliment on the t-shirt, Dalek. There's actually a couple of Dalek shirts in there, by the way. My personal favorite is Have You Hugged a Dalek Today?
Where's that? Oh, this is cool.
I actually have a whole series. I haven't posted them all up yet, but basically I call them the Doctor Who splat shirts. I have the Dalek, the Weeping Angel, the Cyberman, and I have the Mummy. Are You My Mummy? The little boy with the face mask as well.
Okay. This is Doctor Who. Go ahead. Sorry.
This one's a thing between Doctor Strange and
That's
Doctor
funny.
Who.
That's funny.
I saw it on a tweet that he'd actually tweeted out. I'm like, okay, no. This one, yeah. Some things just have to be done.
Wow. So amazing stuff. Oh, here we go. These are some of the ones we were looking for. Nice. Exterminations
Yes,
are beautiful.
Yes, all exterminations are beautiful.
That's funny.
And all of those Daleks in there are actual fan Daleks. So they're from the Doctor Who Society of Canada. So every Dalek I draw is an actual real Dalek.
Oh, you should do something for Doomcock.
Sir who?
For
Yeah.
Doomcock.
I think Doomcock would like that.
Do you know who Doomcock is?
I do not.
Oh, okay. He has a little site. He's a YouTuber. He has like 300,000 subs. He has his little sidekick is a Cthulhu named Harvey.
See, this is that what you're showing there. That's Cat Thulu.
Yep.
I actually made him. I made a physical Cat Thulu.
You did.
Yeah.
Where
I
are you
tried
going
all
to show
kinds
him?
of weird
Are you about to show it to us?
If I can find him.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. I found him. Hold on, I'll show you.
Wow, Time Prophet's built a doll.
Right behind me. Come here. Polymer clay is a wonderful thing. Hold on.
Okay. Hey, Fluger. Kapla.
Sorry, earbuds. There we go. This is Cat Thulu. That's not going to work. Never mind.
No?
Green screen.
Okay.
Yeah, a green character on a green screen doesn't.
Is that going to work out?
Wait. Hold on one sec. I can turn it off. One sec.
No, I have to turn off on my end, I think.
Oh yeah, you have to turn it off on your end. Sorry, what am I thinking?
Uh,
All right, whatever you want.
Hold on. Green screen. Hold on. None. There we go. All right.
Okay.
This is Cthulhu.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Wow, Nikki, you should do some. It's very, very close to, very, very close to. Well, obviously to the sidekick for this YouTuber. Cool.
Mhm.
Wow. Very cool.
He's
Nice.
cute. He's adorable. He's the devourer of purrs.
All righty. Well, if you need to go, I will let you go. But thank you so much for sharing all of this wonderful stuff you're doing. And let me put up the website again.
Thank you for having me. Like, and talking to people, like really, guys, like, thank you very, very much. And as I said before, I'm completely open to ideas. Yeah, different fandoms, everything else. I like, and if I don't know the fandom, I do research on it before I do something, because otherwise it's just not the same if you don't have those inside jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the piano isn't real. I don't own a piano. Sorry, Time Prophet thought it was my piano. Just a really good green screen.
Yeah, that could be a kitty version of Harvey. Very cute. Yeah, Dalek. This is Nikki's website, guys. And I like this idea. Time Prophet says a dark matter chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
That's
not
interesting.
sure. That would be an interesting one to do.
You could do it. Yeah, you do like you could do the chess pieces with all the characters. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, you'd have the corpse on one side and the dark matter and their allies on the other. By the way, coloring book, here you go.
Wow.
There you go. You want to color in your old Cthulhu? There you go.
That's great. Wow, that's great, Nikki. Well, guys, I want to thank Nikki again. This is Nikki's website. Make sure you're also following her on Twitter. Let me show her Twitter. This is Nikki's Twitter. And again, she's very easy to work with. If there are any creators out there who want their who need Nikki's help in getting merch out for your project, definitely get in touch with her. And there we go. This is
We'll
Nikki's
be doing
Twitter.
that soon. We'll get together with you and figure out how to do that.
Oh, and I have a voice now, so like I'm even better.
Yeah, thank God. Thank that you have your voice back. That's great.
That was horrible.
I will let you go then, Nikki, and thank you so much for joining us. And
Yes.
thanks for what you're doing for the fandom.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. I really
awesome.
appreciate it.
Message you want to do any message for Joe for his birthday?
Happy birthday, Joe. And if you're going to be in Toronto next weekend, DM me, because then I'll give you a pair of socks for free.
Awesome. Guys, don't forget to get in touch with Nikki. At least follow her on Twitter. Thank you again, Nikki. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy.
I'm not kicking you out. I know. You can stay if you want.
Well, no, actually, I do have to go because it's almost
Okay.
8:00 here, and I still haven't eaten yet, and I'm actually kind of hungry.
Go.
But I really wanted to see you guys, so.
Well, good. Good
Thanks
to
for
see you
hanging out,
too. It's been fun.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later, and enjoy one day.
Yes.
That's one day. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Nikki.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, what we're going to do is, so we're celebrating one, and we're celebrating Mark Ben David. I think that, it would be interesting. I mean, we thank Mark for the wonderful, amazing job that he has done. And a kind of a difficult job too, because he is, he's part of the fandom, and do you want me to put you out, Nikki, or?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure. Bye. Have a good weekend. Okay, I guess he was in trouble. Let's see. All right, so yeah, Mark did an amazing job. Unfortunately, his character didn't make it through alive. Although I'm sure Joe will find a way to bring him back. Um, have you seen all of Dark Matter, Maria? I don't think you have seen
Not
it,
all
right?
of it. I
Yeah.
did start it and I'm somewhat through, but I haven't finished it all. That's why I was like, oh, there's a spoiler she's talking about here. Right?
Yeah. We did spend a lot of time with Nikki, but I thought it was important
Yeah.
because beautiful stuff, right?
Yeah, it is good stuff. I can't wait to get stuff started there as well. I think it'll be fun.
Oh,
Um,
your stuff is gonna be lots of fun
it
on there.
it is. I think it's gonna be fun. Want to get out some Halloween merch out there.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time you had some stuff too.
Yes, we will. We will.
So
All right, guys. I want to share. I think I thought let me show you where we got the image. Where is it? Let's see. Mark, so guys, Mark Ben David, great actor. He was very, very kind when he was lots of fun when we had him on. We had him on twice. Second time he couldn't be on too long. Uh, but um, but yeah, awesome guy. And if you're not following him, this is his Instagram, by the way, where we pulled off Mark's ups. Where we go? We pulled up Mark's that picture I showed you guys. This is Mark's Instagram, and what did I do? Okay, here we are. Yeah, it's a fun Instagram. That's cute
well, that's
picture.
great. Oh wow. Good. He's
uh,
smacking on there.
very nice guy. Yeah, looking fit
Mixing it
here,
up.
Mark. Looking fit. I know the ladies are big fans of Mark. Um, that's some family pictures
Where
here,
you get that from?
but where is the picture we were looking for?
Yeah, you just passed up the robe one with the
The robe one. I just
script.
passed it.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
was it?
It's on the left. It's
It's on the
right
left.
there.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
picture we are looking for. This is the picture.
Uh,
Uh, um, okay, that's funny. I'm just reading what he wrote.
I know.
Intrusive XXXY. Okay, that's funny. That's a funny picture.
I don't know about funny, but yeah.
Oh, whoa. I didn't know that was there. Okay. That was a snort from
I didn't
Maria.
see it. Sorry.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that picture. This is Mark. Okay. Cool. Well, anyway, this is his Instagram, guys, and you guys can go check out the details on his Instagram. But getting back to Dark Matter.
Yeah. Mm.
So we had Mark on. We had Mark on for first time we had him on was on the season finale of season 1, and season finale of season 1. Isn't that a beautiful mural?
I love
That
it.
it's
It is
beautiful.
awesome.
So Prophet's seen Dark Matter twice now. Yeah, Jeff is great on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, Time Prophet is working on virtual ships, huh? Yeah.
Mm.
So we'll take a look. We're gonna take a little look at where is it? Hold on. There we go. Before all right, before we're first gonna take a look at something here that was the where Joe revealed the mole for season 1. This nice little video where he does this. He didn't tell the actors who the mole was till the very last moment, and this is a great video to watch. Maria, I'm going to mute you, and we're going to listen to this again. I know you guys have seen this before. Maria muted herself. That's great. If she could only do that more often. Just kidding. Just kidding, Maria. Okay. All right. Great. So, we're going to listen to this again. This is great. A great little. All right. There we go. This is a great little video of Joe Malazzi. Just a description again. Joe Malazzi is, what is he doing? He is going to. He's leaving his office. He's walking to where the cast is. They're on the set, and he's telling everybody, basically. Well, he's going one by one and telling them who's not the mole. And this is so obviously there was a traitor amongst the crew. Who turned them into the galactic? Well, I can't. That's a spoiler. There was a mole among the crew, and he slowly reveals who it's not, and then he finally reveals who it is. So here we go, guys. All right. This one.
What? There's no one else on board this ship. It was one of us.
And here we are on the final day of production. It's all come down to this, the big reveal. In the script, the various characters end up being taken down, and we do a reveal on a character who I didn't name. I simply referred to them as the mole. And, you know, all the crew and cast members are coming with like wild theories about who the mole is and, you know what their agenda is.
Well, you just said we're gonna have your reaction. So I'm the mole. You just slipped it.
And ultimately, it's all come down to this. Today, like right now, I'm going to head down the set. I've gathered the suspects, and I'm going to reveal who the mole is. So, let's go. Come on. All right. Sure. The Darth Vader theme, really? Yes. So this is the deal. Basically, we've been building towards the reveal of the mole since episode 1, and I've actually thrown a few curveballs your way. So, but this is it, the big reveal, the one we've all been waiting for. And Mr. Mark Van David,
You are not it.
Last week you came into my office and you asked me if you were the mole because apparently he said, I need to know if I'm the mole in order to inform your performance. And you were insistent, so I told you were not the mole. But then yesterday I admitted to you that I had been deceptive, and you seemed really disappointed. So sorry to tell you that your character of 1 is not the mole.
Joe's obviously having a lot of fun with this. Well, they all are. They all
Alex
are.
Malari Jr., your character of 4. When I was talking about something I'd done that was really deceptive, is I actually invited 2 cast members in for a secret costume fitting because it's going to turn out that the mole is a member of the Galactic Authority, and these 2 people came in for a costume fitting of a Galactic Authority uniform. So Alex was one of those people, and she was apparently very excited about the prospect of playing a bad guy. Alex Malari Jr., you are not the mole.
You, Alex, really wanted to be the mole.
Which leaves us with
The other person.
2 other people.
2 other people. All right.
On the one hand, you have Anthony Lemke plays a character of 3, and you think of all the characters would be totally out of character for him to sort of throw in with the Galactic Authority. And on the other hand, you have Roger Cross, who basically he makes a pretty good pitch for himself, being the mole, given how anguished he is about the fact that you guys are all bad guys. But there's one other characters that that's been kind of overlooked, but not by you, Chase Corso, played by Mark Ben David. So basically, I said that you were not the mole. Your character of 1 was not the mole, but your character of Chase Corso is also not the mole.
You're cruel, man. Come to you.
Roger Cross, character of 6. You are not the mole.
I'm anguished. I am the mole.
Yeah. So Joe had a lot of fun with that. It's a great video to watch. The cast had a lot of fun. Looks like Alex really wanted it. And it turns out that the mole was 6, Roger Cross's character. So and we see him walking here next to Jeff Teravainen, to Lieutenant Anders. So yeah, those guys are buddies in the Galactic Authority. So I don't know if Maria's back, but all right. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And we're gonna take a look at some of the interview with Mark Ben David when he was here with us and our gang with Katie, Adega, and Nina and Joe, of course. And let's see, let me go put that up. And good to see everybody. Hello, Jerry. Hello, everybody coming in. So yeah, for anybody who's just joining us, Dark Matter has been pitched to someone. We don't know to what entity or what organization, but it's probably a good bet it's Netflix. But so we're waiting to see what the results of that are going to be, and hopefully very soon. Some of the greatest news we've had for New Dark Matter. This is looks like it might be it, guys. Looks like it might be it. So I want to go look at the interview with I had it here. Here we go. Let's see. We're going to listen to little portions of the interview with Mark, and just kind of enjoy it together. So, all right, I'm going to play a little bit of the intro when we welcome Mark, and then I'm going to move further down and. All right. Sorry, guys. I haven't streamed in a while, and it's I'm noticeably rusty. All right. All right. And here we go. So let's see. There we are. Great thumbnail. This is a great thumbnail. We see, by the way, we see the birthday boy right there, and we see Joe in his stasis tube on this thumbnail. Great stuff. All right. So.
And yeah, I hope you guys had a great holiday season. I'm still in the spirit, even though it's over.
Yeah.
keep the decorations up for at least a few months.
And well, until the first, and then it's over. Until next year.
Now, how are your holidays, Mark? They are good. I have gone down a deep, dark rabbit hole, which is, Joe called me a gourmand. I went down the rabbit hole of trying to make a traditional panettone at home.
Oh.
It's regarded as the Mount Everest of baking and is essentially impossible unless you have like a full-on industrial kitchen with acidity monitors and all sorts of things. But a few crazy people try it at home. And so, yeah, it's been pretty miserable because it's my third year trying to do it the traditional way, which is just with a sourdough starter, a very specific type of sourdough starter. And I am sad to say that my third attempt, after spending days worth of middle of the night researching on balancing out the types of bacteria in your culture through different means, I have just recently, once again, officially completely failed. So that's what my holidays are.
Can I just say that you should take solace in the fact that no one eats panettone? I think basically it's like 3 dozen same panettone that just kind of get, circulated.
Joe, I can tell you're not with the current times of baking, the baking world, because it is experiencing a resurgence right now that is insane. There's a guy in New York City.
Let me just say one sec that we see maybe Joe the foodie, executive producer, has influenced his actors, and I don't know, maybe was it Joe who got Mark involved in all this?
Sells out of $68 a piece panettone every year. He is a millionaire selling one single panettone for $70 US.
$68?
$68. And you go on his website, his name's Roy Schwartzfeld, and it's called From Roy. They're sold out. You can't even get them. Thousands of them. Panettone is back.
We have an Italian grocery store here in my area, and they have them stacked 8 feet high, and people just...
Look, I like to eat, and I'm Italian, and I have never had a good panettone. So maybe that guy makes the one good panettone, which is why obviously he's part of the market and is charging $68 for it.
Well, maybe one day in my old age I'll be able to make one that you approve of.
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty.
I think it's good to have goals, and I live with the hopes of impressing you ever again. I feel like I did on day 4 of shooting and never again. So that's something to look forward to.
That was funny.
Now, that's a good place to start, actually, Mark. How did the whole process happen for you being on Dark Matter? How did the process work out for me being on Dark Matter? Basically, this is how it works for actors. You audition for jobs and you don't get them. And then once in a blue moon, you do. So that was kind of the long story short of Dark Matter. The funny thing, though, is that I had done a lot of auditions that year for sci-fi series. There was just kind of a sci-fi moment that was happening 6 years ago. And I did a bunch of auditions. None of them were really good. I didn't get any of them. And my manager sent me this one. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pass. I'm tired of spending all this time preparing these sci-fi auditions. They don't like me. I'm not their hit. It's not going to be good. And my manager said, I really like this script. I think you should take a look at it. Just trust me on this one. And I did it. And the rest you'd have to ask Joe about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the things that Mark brought to the show that you noticed right away is the humanity. He's our eyes in character. He's the one who our audiences, connect with from the beginning. And, just in the audition, we saw it right away. And also it helped that, as Akemi would say, he's very handsome. So, talented, handsome.
I was like, Hanu Samu, what on earth? Oh, right.
Yeah. By the way, every Japanese word is just the English word with like an I at the end, like orange, hansamu. You know Japanese now.
Did you?
I just want to stop 1 second, guys. Thank you, Sound Engraver. Thank you, my friend, for the super chat. Good to see you too. And guys, Sound Engraver has an awesome channel. Please check it out. This is her channel. Wonderful young lady, doing some really cool stuff. Hopefully, I'd like to do some stuff down the road with you, Sound Engraver. When we finally get some projects off the ground, might need your help on that. So thank you. And guys, everybody, if you haven't subbed to our friend Sound Engraver, please do.
Did you go in for the audition, or did you send in a tape?
I sent in the tape for the first one, and then the second one, since they were gonna hang their horse on me, so to speak, I went in person so they could see if I had some kind of devil behind my eyes that didn't get picked up on camera.
Sure, makes sense.
I've often thought whether or not it was a requirement to be able to be a punching bag for number 2.
Hey, Belinda.
Yeah, it was. Joe saw that I would look really good getting my ass kicked.
But that was the hint. The fact that you were, not a real criminal. The fact that you weren't a fighter. You're more of a lover.
An Easter egg, as they say.
As they say.
You're a living Easter egg.
I think it was with director Martin Wood, right,
hey, Jerry.
Joe, that he said that one of the best parts of was watching Mark get punched or something like that.
Oh, in the
episode,
the Wexler episode where you're tied to the chair.
Oh yeah,
and, Conrad punches you, and
Mark's face was like, "What?"
I'm surprised. I would like to know why Martin so enjoyed that episode. Quite frankly, I wonder why. I thought we had a good working relationship. I've worked with him on other things since, and now I'm not so sure.
Well, there's a new topic of conversation for you.
Yeah.
So I heard on this Dark Matter live stream.
I think if I recall, it was talking about the fact that there was going to be a stunt man from the back view, but not one from the front view or something like that. That was the conversation. But we had a question from Jeff for Mark. How much did you know about one's backstory, and what did you show a preppy who finds himself amongst killers and criminals?
I didn't know that much about the backstory until we started getting the script. We had the luxury on this show, which is very rare, of the writers having their shit together, for lack of a better expression. So usually you don't know anything until the day before, because they're scrambling to make up a story that satisfies all the cooks in the kitchen who have to weigh in. In this case, we had a couple of episodes of grace. So yeah, I guess I had enough warning. I feel like I myself am slightly preppy in some kind of way, and so that wasn't really a challenge. And Joe did keep a lot of secrets to himself until it was necessary for us to know. So I think,
although I have to say, like, the biggest secret is revealed at the end of this episode, where we reveal who the mole was. And when the script went out, there was a reference to the mole, but the actor or the character was not named, and I saved that for like the last day.
Mhm.
And I was like, I wonder if any of the actors are going to come up and try to kind of like shake an answer out of me. And only one did. And can you guess which one?
the mole.
Mr. Mark Ben David.
I shook the answer out of you.
Well, no, you actually came by and you're like, okay, look, I need to know, if I need to be informed. It's going to inform my performance. So I need to know if I'm the mole. And then, you'll see that there's a video we put together for a special feature where I gather the cast and do the mole reveal and go through all of them. And basically I said, it's not you. I said it wasn't you, but I didn't say it was necessarily not Jace Corso.
Hey, John.
Anyways.
Joe, I was actually going to play that if you want right now.
Can you play it?
Yeah, I think we can. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
The only thing is I'm going to mute all of you real quick while we play. It's about 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen this, Mark?
I have not.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop it right here. This is what we just saw. We the mole. I'm just gonna go to the end of it so we can see the reaction.
Your character of one is not the mole. Alex Mallory Jr., your character of 4. When I was talking about something I'd done that was really deceptive, is I actually invited 2 cast members in for a secret costume fitting. Because it's going to turn out that the mole is a member of the Black Authority, and these 2 people came in for a costume fitting of a Galactic Authority uniform. So Alice was one of those people, and she was apparently very excited about the prospect of playing a bad guy. Alex Mallory Jr., you are not the mole. Look at the mask! Look at that! Which leaves us with the other person. 2 other people. 2 other people. All right. On one hand, you have Andy Lampe plays a character of 3, and you think of all the characters, it would be totally out of character for him to sort of throw in with the Galactic Authority. And on the other hand, you have Roger Cross, who basically he makes a pretty good pitch for himself, being the mole, given how anguished he is about the fact that you guys are all bad guys. But there's one other characters that's been kind of overlooked, but not by you, Chase Corso, played by Mark Van David. So basically, I said that you were not the mole. Your character of 1 was not the mole, but your character of Chase Corso is also not the mole. You're cruel, man. You're so cruel. Come to you, as always. Roger Cross, character of 6. You are not the mole. I'm anguished. I am the mole.
Hey. That was great video, Joe.
Yeah, I completely forgot, but one of the things I had done to kind of throw the actors off the especially Anthony, was I had Noreen, our costume designer, bring them each in separately for a secret wardrobe fitting to fit them for GA uniforms and swear them to secrecy. And apparently Alex didn't tell anyone, whereas basically Anthony told everyone that he was the mole. So you see that reaction from one of the funniest reactions is the reaction of Melissa. When I head over to Anthony with the helmet, she kind of squirms in her seat because she didn't want it to be Anthony. I guess she just kind of likes the character that they are. By the way, I should explain the reason why I'm holding the mask is originally, and we shot this scene, 2 goes down, and then we do the smoke clears, and we see this masked figure, and the masked figure takes off the mask, and it's 6. But ultimately, we decided that the better reveal was that final shot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all come out in order, and then 6.
4 really wanted to be the mole.
That's good.
He's like,
You remember that moment, right, Mark?
I have cold sweats remembering that moment because I hated it so much. I hated it until I found out that it wasn't me, but it was so agonizing because, yeah, I mean for obvious reasons. But
let me just say thanks, John, for the super chat. John Mendoza, thank you so much for your support, and nice to see you here.
shooting that day. So we had got to the very last day of a 4.5 month shoot without knowing what was going to happen next. So, but I was relieved to know that it wasn't me, because I felt like that would complicate things in ways that I couldn't predict. So, but yeah, I'm sweating in my I hate it. But it's also really touching. It's been a long time. That was, what was that, 6 years ago now, Joe? 5 years ago? 5 years ago. 2014. Yeah, it's sweet because it's been a long time since I've been in that group of people, and I forgot how much fun it was, even though it's exhausting and, you know, harrowing. Seeing everyone sitting around there, just kind of like relaxed off camera, like out of makeup, just like it's a nice reminder of how fun it can be to shoot a show when you like the people you work with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you ever catch? Oh, sorry, Vijay.
Let me just let me just say one thing, Katie. Forgive me, we have having technical difficulties at the beginning, and I did not give the welcome to everybody from Virtual TrekCon. We're included today on their schedule for Virtual TrekCon. So thank you to Sirach, Ryan, Melissa, and everybody at Seventh Rule who's put together Virtual TrekCon, and we have some of their audience today. So thank you. Sorry, Katie, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I was just wondering if you had people on set like placing bets as to who was going to be the mole.
I don't remember that. No, I don't think so.
There wasn't like a secret, like dark ring.
We weren't betting, but
underground.
we all had, before we did this reveal, we all said to each other who we thought it was. Now I can't remember who. I was always convinced it was going to be Melissa or Jodelle, but especially Jodelle, because she's so much smarter than everyone else on the show in so many different ways, and I felt like it made the most sense because she had such a moral. But I can't remember who everyone else voted. Alex clearly was desperate to be the mole. So I think it was a moment of real heartbreak for him.
Can I say, Joe, that actually that episode was really funny for me because I totally called who it was going to be, like within the first 5 minutes. I think from like the previous episode, I was like, okay, this is the guy. I knew it was him. And then when he went down, I was like, okay, so it's not him? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is so weird. Like, I totally thought it was him. And then, like, in the end, when, you know, it's revealed that it's him, I was like, I knew it. Like, I knew it was him. It was so crazy. But it was so funny with my husband because I was like, it's him. And he thought it was going to be 4. And he's like, no, it's not him. It's 4. And I'm like, no, it's him. I'm telling you, he has reservations. He doesn't want to be part of this crew. He has all these problems. He's going through something. And then, when he went down, my husband was like, see, I told you it's probably 4. I was like, but 4 is down too. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I don't know. And he's just like, and then it was him. And I was like, I knew it. It was like the craziest moment in our house. It was funny.
See, Joe has me rethinking my entire life at this point. So I was thinking, okay, wait, maybe there's someone on the outside of the ship and they're coming inside and maybe it's like an alien. I don't know. And then it was like 6. I was like,
you thought it was an alien? That's pretty funny.
An alien. By the way, in that final shot, I know, eagle-eyed first-time viewers may recognize Jeff Teravainen, who was walking side by side with Roger Cross in that final shot. And Jeff guest starred in, was it episode 9, in the episode where Six goes after the general. And he's basically sitting in the chair, and then Jeff's character comes in, and basically says he was a clone. He's like, I know, and they're basically left standing there. And then for some reason, when they came back, Jeff's character is gone, and Roger is there alone. And you may have wondered, well, why did you let him go? And ultimately, you'll learn more of sort of the background why, but and then you'll notice that sort of not long after that particular episode, 6 goes into kind of a funk and gets very kind of dark and starts talking about the fact that it's going to end badly for everyone and is trying to tell 5 to get off the ship. In that instance, he's basically
and that was the foreshadowing that I was talking about too. That I spotted like this watch around when he was talking with 4 in the shuttle. What was it called again? The shuttle? It's not called
the Marauder.
The Marauder. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You brought it up.
How did I miss that?
Thank you, Don Burns, for the super chat. It's very telling that one doesn't need muscle memory to fire a gun as opposed to be a sword master.
Hey, Tim.
I assume, Joe, that 4 was the first one to be drugged because he was probably the most dangerous.
Actually, no. If they would have all drank the water, they all would have gone down.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And why didn't you drink water, Mark? Because in that episode, Mark, your character
Wasn't
didn't want to
thirsty,
drink
like you
water.
said.
He's like, I wasn't thirsty.
I've watched enough TV to know you don't take a drink
Yeah.
episode of a show.
We're knocking off characters.
Criminal or not.
For like a half a second when 4 went down, I genuinely thought you had killed him, and I was going to go ballistic tonight if you had done that. Like, all of these characters have grown on me so much. Oh,
God, look how tired I look in that picture.
Mark, what did you most like about your character, and was there anything you didn't like about the character?
About the character.
About the character, yeah.
I liked playing someone who had a steady moral compass, because that was something that I could fall back on and depend on in the moments when I wasn't sure what I was doing, or if we didn't have time to suss things out. It's a really unusual kind of character trait for the people that I play, to have like no doubt about their goodness. And one thing that I think the second part of your question was
anything you didn't like about the character?
I am naturally a very argumentative person. I feel comfortable in conflict. So I would have liked to be punchier, have more enemies personally, not just as the crew, but just to have, like, there's all sorts of disagreements constantly between 1 and 3 and 3 and 6 and 3 and 2, like going all around. But I would have loved if people were like, oh, don't get on the wrong side of that guy today.
I got a nerd question for you. There was one episode where you played the person that your character is impersonating. You get tied up with 3, and which character did you feel more comfortable playing?
Comfortable, definitely 1, because I had played him the whole season, and because all my conversations about work on the show with Joe had to do with that character's history and motives and place in the whole scheme of things. So definitely 1.
Okay, you played the other one very, very well. It seemed, at least for me, it looked like it was even more natural to you.
No, well, that's because naturally I'm a jerk. But so I was just depending on that muscle memory of being a jerk. I think, when I was at theater school, we had a director who said, like, give a character a cigarette, or give them a wheelchair, or give them a limp, and give them some food to eat. Like, there are all these things that it's kind of shortcuts to a character. And with Jace, there's so much, there's the outfits felt different, the shoes felt different, the makeup looked different, like everything. So I didn't have to, because I wasn't spending as much time with him, I didn't have to find out the subtleties of the character, because he kind of just appeared in this way. So I think if I had been given a dozen episodes as Jace Corso, my acting skills would have been, you would have seen through my tricks a little bit. But because he was, pretty briefly there, I think I was able to, it's smoke and mirrors kind of.
Gotcha.
A little bit.
Thank you.
do you tend to like dark characters more than like
totally.
light innocent ones?
Yeah, of course. So much more fun. Yeah. Like, even now on this show, I'm working like a pretty good guy, and I'm always trying to find places to lose a scene rather than win it, or to lose an argument rather than win it, or to seem anything but kind of confident and secure. I find it much more interesting. I think most actors would tell you that it's more fun to play losing than winning.
Huh.
I was gonna say, I think most actors like playing bad guys.
Yeah, and
It's
even
just
if you're
more
not
fun
playing
that
bad
way.
guys, like playing good guys who are not being good
That's
or having hiccups in their
Right.
goodness.
They're
Yeah.
not perfect. Yeah.
We kick off the episode with Five discovering the android, and there's already like mystery. Well, from the end of the last episode. Joe, how clear did you have this 13th episode mapped out when you began the season? Did you already have?
I basically no when I mean actually when I sold the show, I already had all 13 episodes in my head along with who the mole was. The only thing I basically held off on, I think to start the series, I think I had 7 to 9 scripts ready to go by the time we actually kicked off, and then I kind of held off on the finale just to see, there will always be tweaks to see sort of how characters respond to the material and played off each other. But the finale, I just kind of was really obviously the last script I wrote, and it was one of the later scripts. I mean, obviously we had it, at least 2 weeks before prep, but everything was already in my head in terms of how things would play out.
Okay.
Can I jump in and just answer a couple of quick questions that are in the comments so that I don't lose them? Because there's a lot of Jace Corso, one Mark Ben David things. One, did you prefer playing Jace? Tattoos. I have 90 tattoos. Not at all. I'm not a tattoo person yet. There's always time. The speech you make in the safe that seemed punchy, was that closer to who you are? Yeah. I mean, people, yes, absolutely. I'm less easy to swallow, I think. Tattoos, the guy liner. Yes, I was wearing guy liner and all sorts of other makeup. I think my hair was different. There was shadowing, different shading around my face, but I do remember that Jace Corso wore eyeliner because I had to apply it myself because it's awkward and painful for someone else to put makeup on the inside of your eyelid. So I was like, Linda, I got this. Just let me.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I'm cringing just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And
Mark,
did
were
you-
you jealous then if everyone else got to play bad guys? You didn't like the fact that you and Five were the odd ones out. I did feel that Joe Dell and I had some special bonding on the show, actually. And I was always asking Paul and Joe to write moments between us because I think she's such a lovely person, but also such a lovely scene partner. So yeah, actually, I did feel that Joe Dell and I could bond in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that scene with you guys was so sweet. Like, even though it was such a bad setting, like, her being completely harassed and you were being all noble, and I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet.
I think you touched upon that. You don't get anything extra for playing a second character, do you?
You mean financially?
Financially.
No.
Well, the reward.
The reward, yeah. Yes, no. Yes, I mean, it's super fun to play again opposite yourself in a scene because it's all trickery. And like I did the whole interrogation scene, I did with a tennis ball for my eye line, so I knew where to look. So it was like pure invention. So it was fun in that way, challenging. I probably would look back on it and think that I didn't do a very good job. But no, you don't get paid more.
But you make Joe happy.
Yeah.
I thought you did great.
Thanks.
The most challenging scene that you faced in Dark Matter, Mark.
Do I need to unplug?
No. Probably that scene. Because I underestimated the difficulty of shooting it. So we were so busy because Joe and Paul wrote an ensemble show where all the characters are almost all the time either there or nearby. So there, like I remember usually when you're on a show, even if you're one of the lead characters, you have days off all the time. Every week you have days off because they have this location rented and you're not in it, whatever. With Dark Matter, I think my first day off was day 38 of 85 or something. So we were so busy. We were all so busy all the time that I had gotten in the habit of preparing the work for Tuesday on Monday and so forth through the week. And I felt that I could keep up on the next stuff we were doing on my lunch breaks and on the way to work and on the way back. But with that scene, I underestimated how hard it was going to be to shoot two versions of the same scene and have all the lines and the eye lines and the costume changes. And so I think that for sure was the hardest one. And I think if I were ever tasked with that again, I would have a lot of conversations with the director about a week ahead of time, so that by the time we actually got there, I wasn't thinking like, hold on, how was I saying this from that angle? Like I wasn't doing the architecture of the scene in my brain and just kind of being more present in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that was unique about our show is it was a true ensemble show.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want to make anyone the star. I really wanted to sort of give each character their due. And, you know, it's great for story, but it's very challenging in terms of production because, as Mark said, you know, very often you would have scenes with, they would call them seven-handers, with 7 characters or 6 crew members and the android in the mess or on the bridge, and it would be very tough to do. And the actors didn't get the time off you would normally get in this type of show.
Joe, there's a question. Do you prefer more ensemble work or more star-driven shows?
Definitely ensemble. If I could just do ensembles, that would be my preference.
Interesting. And Joe, we have a question from Jeff Beeler. Which character was first on the Raza, and in what order did the other characters join the Raza?
You will find out. This isn't a huge spoiler or anything. That 3.
I'm still unplugging.
Okay, that 3 was. I'm just doing it the math in my head. But 3 was the first one, along with a couple of other crew members who are sadly no longer with us or with them. Followed by 4. Followed by 2, then 4, and then ultimately 6. 1 and 5.
Joe's up gesturing. Is it safe to come back?
Yes.
Okay.
Joe, I think Rose Kirby is referring to the title. Why this title of Dark Matter?
Dark Matter, it's really more of a, what's the word? It's more figurative rather than literal. At the end of the day, the show is about redemption. You take these 6 individuals who have these terrible backgrounds. Are you born bad or you're a product of your environment? Can people change? It was really more thematic than literally having to do with dark matter.
Okay. Thank you, John Burns. When did you find out what was going to happen in the first episode? I think this is for Mark. How it was sci-fi with a mystery for everyone, including the actors, to figure out. So did you know what was going on in the following episode that you were going to film?
No, not in this case. I mean, I knew what was happening in this episode, but I didn't know how it was going to end. And as for the second season, I didn't know anything about that either. The first episode was, you don't have to unplug. The first episode went out with the audition for the script. So I knew what was going to happen in the first episode months before we started shooting it. And then Joe kind of developed his knack for keeping certain details to himself over the course of the season, maybe.
I think I saw your dog made a guest appearance there too.
Yeah, so cute.
She was mauling my feet. I had to do something. Sorry. I didn't mean to steal anyone's thunder or question or anything.
Hey, thunder's my field. Stay in your lane.
You got to go, don't you, Katie?
I do indeed. Yes, we got the winter storm. So going to be doing live stuff. So Thank you for having me, guys. It was great to meet you.
Thank you, Katie.
Katie.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, and of course, season 2. Gotta wait until I can't binge that yet. We'll see.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Katie doesn't know yet that
Yeah,
Mark.
Katie was actually not going to be able to join us because she's a meteorologist at a local.
Katie didn't know yet that Mark died. Mark's character had died.
Station, and they had a snowstorm, and she got away for a little bit. So, and I'm putting up the image now of you, Mark, and of Melissa and Anthony. And what was it like working in that little love triangle where you guys had?
I loved the love triangle, actually. I felt like there was obviously a romance between 1 and 2, but there was some kind of bromance, to use this dumb word, between 1 and 3, and some kind of bromance between 2 and 3 as well. I felt like there was a triangular relationship between these 3 because they were somehow more responsible.
Notice he says, by the way, there was a bromance between 2 and 3. That's funny. So like the only one who had a real relationship with 2 was 1. But 3 had a kind of a bromance going with and some hookups with 3 and between 3 and 2. Sorry.
What happened than the others. I felt like, even though, like Joe said, he wrote an ensemble show, there were a lot of times when it felt like the 3 of us were kind of more consequential to how things fell apart or how they got back together. I loved it. I loved working with both of them. They're especially impressive was that Melissa had basically not done any TV before that. And on the first or second day, I thought, like, this is incredible, the intuition she has for shooting television, because she was so present and so kind of open. Yeah, I really enjoyed that dynamic, actually. And I had special moments with everyone. Like I said, I loved working with Joe Dell in particular, and Zoe was also, I mean, I wasted lots of time and money cracking up at Zoe Palmer, like having to start again because I was just laughing my head off all the time. But yeah, this was a nice little family. Like I look at this picture and I love these pictures.
Aw.
Joe, John Burns says, you mentioned that 4 could have been played by an actress. Is that true of Jace Corso or 1?
No. 2 characters. We opened up to all genders, and it was Android, who was actually male in the script, and the character of 4. And we had both actors and actresses audition for both roles, but Alex and Zoe were just perfect in the end. So,
do you still keep in touch with the cast, Mark? So asks Time Prophet.
I am in a little bit of touch from time to time with Zoe. It's been a while since we've been in the same town. We went for lunch about 1.5 years or 2 years ago. And online on social media, sometimes I'll interact with other members of the cast, especially Melissa, but mostly I talk to Joe Malazzi.
it's funny, this was, I think, after the first season. I remember that time I came to visit you in LA, and you took me out for dinner, and we caught an Uber. Remember? I remember that. And basically, we were talking to the Uber driver, and I asked, "What are you watching?" And he was like, "I'm just watching this great sci-fi show called Dark Matter." I'm like,
yeah,
this is the guy. And he was like so thrilled. And he ended up, taking photos with us. And I just thought, like, what are the chances?
I've had a few moments like that are just so out of left field that I'm just like, hold on, how is this even possible? And they're not moments when I'm shooting something else or in Toronto or anywhere in the context of TV shows. It's like last summer I dropped a container of potato salad or beet salad in the entry of a grocery store in Fire Island, and I made this huge mess on the floor, and I was like, oh God, and I was like picking up this like beet salad with my hands, and this woman came in the sliding door and almost walked into me, and I looked up and I was like, sorry, I just dropped this, and she's like, one from Dark Matter. Ah, yes. Can you give me a hand? Like, it's
I was
usually.
gonna ask if you ever get approached and like they're like, "Hey, are you one?" Like, yeah, that sounds funny. Kind of. Maybe not really, because you're like in the middle of a giant mess, and you're like, yeah, I could really use a hand here. But yeah, it is me.
Mark and Joe, what do you guys think about this comment from Jeff Beeler? This show is about 3 building a surrogate family.
I mean, I think all good sci-fi is about family, whether it's the Team SG-1 or the crew of the Enterprise or the crew of the Raza. That's something I've always been very mindful of. The idea that they are, in essence, a family. That's why those mess hall scenes were always very important to me, because in my mind they were like the dinner table, the family dinner table. They all sit around and talk. And in episode 12, the last episode, you finally see the android take her seat at the table, thus signifying that she has become a member of that family.
I love that dialogue you did when she, like in this scene, I think it was in this scene, or maybe it was a scene before, when she basically tells them that you're like, she's like 3 year with me and like 1 year with 4. And 3 is like, so like, why didn't you pick, 2 to be your partner? Like, what's going on? Because like immediately, like that's what I thought about too. And I was like, why didn't you pick 2? Because you would usually pick like the person you're closest to or like something. And then I love how you like go into that, because it's like that's what makes like a good TV show is when they talk about things like they're thinking immediately, like after something like that happens. And I was like, I love the show. It's good writing.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Joe.
When Nate Mills Reviews asked, Joseph, would you be open to creating another story set in the Dark Matter universe? Absolutely. In fact, actually, there's a show that I've created that we'll be going out with in hopefully January that is very similar tonally to Dark Matter. And, hopefully there would be the possibility of crossover potential if the pieces fall into place.
Wow, that's a big news, Joe. Did you say you're going to camera with it, or you're going?
No, going out with it. Basically meaning I'm going to
right.
So I have 2 scripts and a series overview and gearing up for that. But as I said, I mean, who knows? I have 8 projects in various stages of development.
I'm just going to stop 1 second. Remind everybody. I'm not sure which project Joe's talking about for a crossover potential, but yeah, Joe's mind is always working, and if he has the support that he should be getting, we could be just blown away by some of the stuff he comes up with. Wow.
But I'm kind of juggling now, because you never know, as Mark can attest to, you never know what actually is going to go. So, I remember way back when I thought Dark Matter was dead in the water, and then the next thing I knew, it had been picked up. So, who knows?
Are you gonna be able to give us a name for this project? Or
Well, it's called Timescape, and it's if you enjoyed episodes like Window of Opportunity or All the Time in the World, on the time loop episode, or the one where they go back to kind of suburbia, it's very much in that vein, kind of the humor and sci-fi, which is something that I always love.
I love those kind of. Yeah, I love that.
Joe, if you have a project take off, for example, like you did with Dark Matter a couple of years ago, does everything else in your production line slow down or take second seat if you're?
It does.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think
And
John.
let me just say to Sound Engraver's comment, best way is to support him on social media. And if you guys also want to support him, just go to Netflix and watch Dark Matter on Netflix. So Netflix knows that it's being watched. Watch it on Netflix because it's very likely that the pitch that Joe's made has been to Netflix.
This is a comment to Mark's cooking.
Yeah.
We're hoping to one day end up in kitchen nightmares.
Yeah, it's already a kitchen nightmare for me. I mean, yeah.
I'm sure you're an excellent cook. Come on.
I do. I am good. That's why I'm attempting something that everyone says is basically impossible, because I have confidence. I have some confidence, but really this is the most humbling. Croissants was very humbling, but eventually I got the knack of it, and now I can make a pretty decent one at home. But this, is just, I feel like an idiot every single day for the past 8 weeks.
Mark, are we going to get a YouTube channel with a weekly recipe from you?
Yeah,
No,
like
you're
a
not.
cooking with Mark.
No. If you get a YouTube channel from me, it'll be gardening with Mark, but not the cooking one. My kitchen is too small.
Speaking of, gardening, I mentioned gardening earlier on because Mark's input was invaluable to Kemi, my wife, starting her own balcony garden, and she ended up growing potatoes and peppers, some lettuce, various herbs.
I love gardening too. It's great. It's very therapeutic.
If the things grow and survive, it is.
Yeah. If you have a green thumb, if not.
Even if you do, I feel like my, death rate is not 0. And so there are a lot of times, and I have a green thumb, there are a lot of times where I'm like, you don't know what you're doing.
But it's so funny too when like something's about to die, but then you save it and then you're like, I saved it. And it makes you feel really good.
God complex, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, we have a Timescape question here for you from Jesse. Any chance of crossover that is not from one of the main cast, like Will Wheaton?
Yeah, sure. There, of course, is a possibility, but ideally, if I'm going to do a crossover, I'd want to bring in one of these, more familiar faces, the characters that, kind of I've been with for so long.
Wow. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm gonna just trying to put up a few images here, but by the way, everybody, please sub to Matt Ryan's. It's a really cool video of how he made the bubble gun.
I
Please
just
sub to
did.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
What were your favorite, Mark? What were your favorite toys on the set?
Toys on set that were not toys in the show were definitely the wires that made us float in 0 gravity. That was definitely a dream come true. And learning to not react as the wires dropped us to within 2 inches of the floor and then caught us. I love that. What else? There was it one of the swords or a whip or something that was, just the Raza, just the deck of the ship was so fun. Also the nuclear device that we kind of like all took turns playing with and pushing around and getting into and like taking Jodelle for joyrides while she was locked inside. Like that was pretty good. The props on the show were amazing.
Did you ever do like the Mission Impossible on those wires? Like just pretend that
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's an amazing feeling actually, because once you stop being scared, it feels amazing.
I bet. I would love to experience that. That sounds really fun.
I'm actually trying to bring up some of the images that Joe has given us in the past for those, and
I can ask Joe some questions if you need some time. Joe.
Yes.
Let me just stop here 1 sec. Anybody who's coming into the stream, At the beginning of the stream, we have I've seen some people have come in later, like Sound Engraver and John and a few others. At the beginning of the stream, we had Nikki from Nick the Stick. We were going over her merch, her Dark Matter merchandise. Her artwork. So you pins and jackets and I mean shirts and wallets and bags and a lot of cool stuff, hats. So go ahead and check out at the beginning of the stream later on, guys. Lots of cool stuff and order something from her. She's a great artist and she's doing a lot for the Dark Matter fandom.
Favorite actor on the show?
You know, people ask me this all the time, and the answer I give them is it's not like picking a favorite child. That is comparatively easier. I loved everyone equally.
Favorite flavor of Pocky Stick?
I don't even like Pocky because it's kind of crunchy. I know, but if I had to choose, I'd probably go with matcha.
Favorite smell?
I want to say vanilla. Ooh, I think it would probably be vanilla, yeah.
If you could have rewritten one scene from season 1 or changed something significant, what would it be? Maybe something that was lost in the trade-offs that are part of the deal of making a show with a bunch of, people who are not in the room.
Oh.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
In season 1.
Yeah, well, I hope I know what it would be for season 2. Just because I'm just
you're right.
I'm just opening up my pack here to listen to your answer right now.
Oh, nice.
Joe.
What would I change? To be honest with you, I can't really think of what I would. I'm basically trying.
Was there never a moment that kind of broke your heart when when you realize you're not going to die on this hill, so let's just move on?
Well,
and then you felt like
death by 1,000 cuts, right? I mean, as Mark said.
What's that?
I felt like reading death by 1,000 cuts, just because, as Mark said, I wasn't the only chef. There were other sous chefs, or I would say more kind of the owner of the restaurant, who doesn't really do any cooking, but anyways, well, and make suggestions to tweak a recipe. So, for me, it was actually small things. They didn't actually get bigger until season 2. But in terms of kind of tweaks I had to make, I think, for the most part, I was able to pretty much for that first season make this show I wanted to make. I'm just trying to kind of race through the episodes because it's kind of fun watching the episodes or rewatching the episodes and seeing which episodes I loved and which episodes I didn't love the first time, when I was making them, and then watching them again, especially with the Kemi and seeing her response and seeing which ones I actually like. Episode 10, which I liked at the time, which was the first part of the 2-parter with the Wexler episode where you guys go in for that big heist, turned out to be my favorite episodes of the season, directed by our mutual friend, John Stead. Just because there was a lot going on, great frenetic pace.
Since Katie's not here, can we talk about something that happens in season 2?
Well, it's not just Katie, though, I think.
Okay. Never mind that.
But it's up to Joe.
I'll defer to Mark.
What's that?
I'll defer to Mark.
Oh, no, I'm happy to talk about anything. I just make sure my pot is on the stove, not boiling over. We're good. Talk about anything.
Okay, well, I just want to say, speaking as a fan of yours, that I was quite upset with what happened. And so was my husband. My husband was like, I don't even know if I want to watch the show anymore. And I was like, well, we got to keep going. Like we're gonna push through. But it was devastating loss, and
it's just the thing is when you have a show actually make it to air, it means that dozens of people in different places with different backgrounds and different opinions have had to weigh in on it. Really, it's like it's kind of a miracle that anything ever gets made when you consider how difficult behind the scenes is. And I feel like you can hold on to only so many reins, and sometimes it just has to go a different way. And yes, it was definitely, especially because I got on so well with Joe and with the rest of the cast, it was definitely, difficult. But at the same time, it's just what the show needed to survive in that moment, based on who was calling what shots for what part of the story. And yeah, so I think if I've learned anything over the course of being an actor for 15 years, it's that like there are way fewer things to take personally than you think there are at the beginning. And by the time that happened, I thought, like, I was happy that my first instinct was, shit, it's about me. And yeah, so it just kind of felt like life in that sense.
Since we're on this topic, if I can ask Joe and Mark this, so what does that like we've seen in science fiction the last few years how main characters have been killed, to be blunt, and what does it give the show, Joe, when you sacrifice a character like that? What does it give you as far as credibility?
I think what it gives you is a kind of water cooler moment that generates buzz for maybe an episode or two. What it takes away is any storylines that you had planned. So I mean, I personally, I'm not a big fan of kind of these creative shakeups. I think they're like stunt casting personally, which is something else I think is kind of dumb. But other people just seem to love them because they're like, oh my gosh, look at this, we got 0.2% more in the demo for this single episode, and then basically go back to our seasonal average. And meanwhile, X amount of money is out of the budget because we have to pay this guest star significantly more to come in and do the show. So I mean, for me, what it comes down to is a creative. What tells the best story, and the kind of as a showrunner, that's the way I think. And as I mentioned in season 1, I was able to win a lot of the battles, but then season 2 comes along, and more chefs are involved, or cooks are involved, and you feel the pressure, especially like right off the bat. And the thing that was kind of frustrating for me, as I said, I had an arc planned that I actually was kind of hoping to revisit if we did a 4th or 5th season, to cap off so that the story wouldn't just be left hanging. But it was one of those incidences where you have a creative disagreement and you're on the side of let's not change, and others are saying no, we have to have the change, we have to shake things up, and then basically it's decided, and then you as showrunner are the one. I mean, that was the hardest thing for me, is having to make the call to Mark and basically deliver the news. It's unfair all around. It's like supremely unfair to Mark, and I wouldn't say it's unfair to me because I mean I'm the showrunner and that's my job. But certainly, other people in the decision-making process didn't have to, bear any of that burden.
Use the F word. Use the F word.
Now,
So Joe,
here's the thing. One more thing. Because if you ever do get a season 4 or 5, everyone knows no one's truly dead in sci-fi.
Exactly.
So would you bring back Mark?
One of the ideas I had was to basically do a reveal with the lawyer character who we introduced very briefly in episode 2, and having a communication with someone, and there's a stasis pod, and you would do the reveal, and it would be one in the stasis pod. And ultimately, what I would ideally would have loved to have done is to find a way to bring one back for a concluding arc that would kind of like answer the questions, solve the mysteries of the backstories, and end his journey in a kind of a satisfactory fashion rather than having it kind of truncated.
Joe, I know how you can bring him back, but I'm not going to say it in public.
I thought you were gonna say your dream if you got season 4, season 5 was to have me play one for every episode
There you are,
of both
Diego.
those seasons, like you had in the
Oh yeah,
first.
that would be the ideal, obviously.
Hey, Lady Miss. Good to see you.
I have an idea for it too, but I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
Who's the smartest crew member of the Raza? That's Jeff.
Hello.
Android, of course.
Hey, I'm just going to stop 1 second and welcome Adega. Hello, Adega. How are you?
Not bad. Sorry I didn't catch the link earlier. I've been kind of busy today.
Oh, it's okay.
Don't stop the video. Let's keep going.
I'm just gonna let the video keep playing, and we'll chat after. Okay, awesome. Got to mute you. And of course, doctor and sci-fi author Adega Outlaw, who
I was going to say 5, but
Well, hold on. What kind of smarts are we talking about, Joe? I don't think you can answer
I mean, if you're, I think an android, the android, it has kind of a general knowledge.
Yes, but as we saw in some of the
obviously experience, the human experience is kind of another.
Well,
then you can say, you can argue that yes, 5 from a tech standpoint is smarter.
Mark said he was an argumentative person at times.
I definitely thought it was 5. And yeah, the android, I guess, is smarter.
I don't know. I'd have to think because when we saw in the scene with the android and the android's android, there were a lot of things that the android couldn't do. That would seem simple to would she pass the Turing test? Like, yeah.
And having seen thousands of people come through my office, I know that there are people you can ask them a mathematical equation, they'll solve it faster than you can sneeze. But you ask them to walk across the street and they won't look both ways and get hit by a car. So it depends on what type of smart you're talking about. We got one who was business, transformed his face and went in and, you put him up against any of these big businesses, he would have been set. Smarter than anybody. It all depends. See, I'm playing diplomat, but I do believe that.
Yeah, devil's advocate. Sure.
Mark, I'm going to ask you a question that I think Katie wanted to ask you. Do you want to talk about your experience with Degrassi Next Generation?
Sure. It was a long time ago and just a few episodes, so there's not too much to tell. But sure.
Well, you played somebody named Yates?
You know that better than I do. It's been a long time. I played a teacher named Yates. I was an English, I think, poetry teacher. I had an inappropriate relationship and was carted away by the police on the end of my character arc.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you to dig up the archives of Degrassi to see. Yeah.
There you go, Katie. John Burns, thank you, John Burns. Mark, I was more upset about what happened after the series was canceled, after the 3rd season, really didn't have an answer for Jace.
Yeah. I feel like Joe was saying the same thing a little while ago, that he would have liked to tie up those pieces. Yeah. And in fairness, it almost kind of happened in season 3, but then the scheduling couldn't work out and there were things that complicated it. But yeah, I totally get that disappointment. When I kind of fall in love with a character on the show and I don't feel like they get their dues in terms of wrapping up, it's super frustrating. You kind of feel cheated by the show.
What about will we ever find out if Jace owned a moon?
I can confirm that Jace in fact does not own a moon.
Joe Malazzi does.
Yes, true.
But Joe, would you go to one of these one-way ticket trips to another planet if you had the money and you were allowed to bring say a Kemi and some pugs?
Absolutely not. No.
Why?
Yeah,
Why not?
I'm not going out in space.
Why not?
It's dangerous. Maybe if you put me in some kind of cryo sleep and wake me up, let's say 300 years from now, when they've actually worked out all the bugs and they've gone back and forth and they figured it out, then maybe I might consider it. Depend what the amenities are. Because I find Earth very comfortable, a very comfortable planet to live.
Joe's like, no.
There's already a list.
Likes his Ovaltine pudding.
A few years ago, there was like the list for the Mars colony or whatever that you could sign up. I didn't personally, but my husband did, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like, where are you going?"
Mr. Infinity.
Joe, in this moment here, it did seem a little to me when I saw this that Six would have been like, if there was a real danger, Six would have been more concerned that she was going around in the vents looking for a predator.
True. He basically does not object, which is like one of the rare instances where Five basically steps up to assume kind of a dangerous position, and he doesn't actually say, let's reconsider this.
Well, and he also, there was another foreshadowing when he leaves to go and like self-inject himself. He says to her, he's like, "Don't worry, you'll be fine. I promise." And there we go.
Mark, who is your favorite character other than your own? And if you had to choose one
On the show.
on the show?
Favorite character.
And then you can tell us who your favorite colleague is, or not favorite.
Favorite character on the show, probably either Melissa or Jodell's characters, because they had. I think Melissa is the most kind of complexly crafted. She had a lot of different facets, and there were warring factions inside that character's head, and I felt like it was really a great portrait of a person struggling with so many aspects of herself, and that coming out as struggles with the rest of the world. So probably two, and Five is, well, no, let's say two. Yeah.
Okay. Joe, you really did a good job in creating a state of paranoia. Like everybody, they're going around searching for whoever this person is, and like the tone is really excellent. Like you took the story takes us to this state of mind, I feel.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that I said when we watched the last episode is that moment where they're all gathered together. It's the point in the series where they all finally come together as a family, and it's a bittersweet moment, which is why I went with a match dissolve to basically just the emptiness, because everything changes after that. You see it all fall apart in this episode where they start all going kind of their separate ways.
Oops, what happened there?
He broke it.
One sec.
Antagonism between certain characters kind of rises to the forefront. 1 and 3, but also.
All right, I gotta reload this, but let me just say here that whenever Joe would give us whenever Joe would give us a nice warm and fuzzy moment, he would throw us a curveball, right?
Every time.
Like, right when you see get this right. Right when you see like these really these warm, tender moments in the especially in the dining hall, right? On the Raza.
Yep.
Something would go wrong.
Yep. Always had to leave it with something that you lose your breath over and frustrated. What was that? The T-shirt she made. Trust issues.
Yeah, I have trust issues, Katie.
Yep.
How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing all right.
All right. You want to keep listening to yourself?
I'm here for the ride. Whatever you want to do.
All right.
I'm just.
I'm going to continue the interview then. Okay.
All right.
And when I was younger, I used to read a lot about Agatha Christie, and yes, very much. This particular episode is reminiscent of Then There Were None, which is kind of our characters seemingly dropping like flies, and are, the individual who would be the murderer essentially faking their own death. So that and that's kind of a misdirect. So yeah, very much I was influenced.
Yeah, this very much felt like that, and I love Agatha Christie. So when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, this is so like I got the vibes."
And here are some of the.
Diego, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that one faked his own death somehow? Is that possible?
No.
No.
I think that one was meant to finish off that one. The only thing that would be involved is somehow if he got a transfer transit, which you've been pushing on Twitter a little bit lately. But even then, it would have had to have been something very specialized because you saw blood and everything else. It didn't just break down. So I don't know. I doubt it, but who knows? You can do anything. Like Nina had said earlier on the recording, you can do anything in sci-fi.
Yeah, Joe will probably find a way to bring him back. Alec, we're listening to a previously recorded interview with Mark, so we can't pose a question to him. But do you remember if he said anything about this, Diego? I imagine that he did, right? Some kind of backstory for Corso.
I know a couple of them mentioned having backstories in their head. I don't think he went into it though. Yeah. I know there was something like it, but he didn't say exactly what it was. All of them, since they came into the story with a mind wipe, they had to have something to act on. And I know the ones that we brought it up with all said they had a story, but I don't think he ever told us what he was thinking of.
Yeah, you're right. I would imagine there's some backstory there, but all right, I'm going to continue with the interview. Okay.
Is that from this from behind the scenes for this episode that Joe has been sharing with us, and
oh yeah, there's everybody love their guns.
Now we see Joe. We see here the beginning of a very closer relationship between these two, especially after the part
you get a hint in their conversation where basically she's like, "Why were you the one who gave up the code?" And he's like, "Well, and he comes up with like some excuse, some practical reason, and it's very clear that she doesn't believe him. It's very clear that he's not really trying to convince her either." So
it was a great line because he says, "Oh, because you know me so well and I work so well on logic," or something like that. And she's like, "Oh yeah," like because he's so emotionally driven.
That's exactly line. That's as far as sort of 3 will go to give you let you know that he cares. This is indirect way. How's the pot? Mark, how's it looking?
It's good. Just double checking. I should really just turn it off. Hold on. I'm going to turn this pot off.
What are the pictures you got?
Okay, here we go.
It was good timing because there's almost no water left in it.
Well, why don't you pour yourself a nice cup? What do you have? What kind of tea?
It was a tea. It was a Russian samovar tea, but I'd had enough.
Look at these two.
Look at
behind the scenes, so relaxed.
Aww.
BTS.
Yeah.
And let's see. So Joe's been kind enough to give us a lot of behind the scenes shots, and for every episode he comes up.
Okay, so I mentioned.
And let me just say, Alec writes here, Thanks for the comment, Alec. Joe's already said one faked his death by hiring Corso and using a locked clone. They would have shown it if Mark had been able to shoot it in season 3. It was pushed to season 4. Yeah, there was something about this, wasn't there, Bodega?
I don't remember it. No.
Okay.
It could be, but I don't remember him saying that. No.
I just don't remember the details, but yeah, there was something. Maybe it was something that when Joe had to kill him off, he just had in the back of his head for bringing him back at some point.
I remember him saying that he had ways. He thought about bringing him back if he ever could, because he was. A lot of people at the studio were surprised at how much people took to one and how bad it was that they removed him. And at that point, they, kind of thought of things that, or at least Joe did, of what they could do to bring him back. But anything concrete, I don't recall him ever saying.
And you missed it at the beginning of the
Yeah, I didn't need to see that.
At the beginning of the stream, we were joking around that Mark had sent us this picture saying he couldn't join us for the stream because he was reading the script for the new script for Dark Matter.
There we go.
That's I'm just kidding though. Hopefully. All right, let me put this back. And this is I'm loving listening to our interviews. It's there was some really quality stuff in there.
Yeah, this was a good time.
Cryptic that in the mess hall, our playback supervisor would Greg Whiteside would put up different images, and sometimes it would be the original crew of the Starship Enterprise. Sometimes it would be Rogue One. Sometimes it would be Stargate. And for the finale, it was, probably enough for you guys, Family Guy. The Star Wars version of Family Guy.
Awesome. Actually, let me ask this. Let me take this opportunity. Mark, have you ever watched the Orville? Because we are an Orville-centered channel, even though we talk about other sci-fi.
I have not.
What? Oh man, you gotta watch it.
Okay, I will watch it.
Definitely.
Good comment.
I'm just saying, Mark, we're gonna check up on you on that. We're gonna see if you've watched the Orville.
Fan? Are you a Star Trek fan?
Just kidding.
The older ones, yes. I haven't watched the new ones. I've heard too many stories about the set. But yeah. But I'll check out the Orville next time I'm here. I will have watched it. Let's say that.
Mark,
Okay.
I'm a huge Star Trek fan too, and I'm not into the new ones either. But the Orville feels way more like Star Trek versus anything going on today. So you'll
And let me just say, yeah, Alec, he did not want to kill off. Joe did not have complete control, and yeah, he did not want to kill him off. Thanks for mentioning that, Alec.
really like it. You'll really like it.
Hello, Maria.
It's Star Trek run by Ferengi.
And what are you filming here, Joe?
Well, this is one of the
Makita?
Yeah, that's Andy Makita. He ended up actually he directed both episodes 12 and 13. So we got a little block shooting here.
Okay. And let's see.
Okay, that was like I said, the Dark Matter Whiskey Club. We went through, was it 13 bottles in that first season? I think we averaged 12 to 13 bottles a season, which wasn't bad.
Pretty much.
Did you ever come join us?
Per episode, huh?
Did I ever come what, Joe?
Join us.
Absolutely.
Because I don't have you in the pictures. That's a pretty good selection of there's Basil Hayden and Writer's Tears, which is sort of very appropriate bottle. There's a Jura. There's the Lagavulin somewhere that was our line producer Norman Denver's favorite.
It looks like there are names written on some of the bottles. Is that
Yep.
Joe, it must have been a real good time because you don't even remember Mark coming. Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I didn't want to take, have another reason to be ticked off with Joe, so I just let that one slide. But since you're gonna drag it in, yeah. The thing is, Joe lived at the studio in his office. We suspected at times that he was actually sleeping there as well. So after the actors had a 14-hour day and were feeling bad for themselves for having worked since 4 a.m, Joe was still working. So it was rare that I went up there unless I had a complaint or a serious question.
Adega, can you see Joe just wandering the halls of the Raza at 2 a.m?
Yes, oddly I can.
Interesting way to be inspired, right? To write?
No. I've noticed with, spending that year listening to him, there's some things that we have similar, and oftentimes some of the greater creativity comes when you're really tired. You let that part of your subconscious kind of eke into your conscious mind, and it goes from there. So no, I can totally see it. Makes sense to me.
That's a great point. Yeah, that's a great point. Awesome. I'll get this in again.
Because usually I just want to get home and learn the lines for the next day. So I did not go up often, but I did have a couple of glasses up there with you guys.
Here's been sharing those on Twitter, all the different whiskeys.
Oh yeah, the 12 days of whiskey. So here's Anthony Fireman carrying you. And this is, by the way, this is kind of a tip for if you're writing a script and you're going to carry a character, have a character carry another character. This is the way to do it. Any other way is just going to lead to sort of,
it's just mean.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack.
Like, you mean like write it in as it's a fire person's carry or something?
Well, you just be aware. I mean, if you're going to say, this character carries the other character, be aware that that's how it's going to look. If it in any way will affect how, things will play out. Like, if you think about, possibly someone grabbing the ankles and someone else grabbing the hands and carrying like that, it's just a nightmare to block and shoot.
Nice.
Mark, do you have any aspirations behind the camera in your future?
I thought you were going to say, Mark, do you have any aspiration left inside of you? Is there anything you have hope for in your life? This may sound weird, but one of the best things, not one of the best things, but one of the really good things that happened when I first started work on this show, because I'd done a bunch of TV before, but I'd never been at the center of a production in the way that I was here, where I was involved in all these conversations and and you're in it more. And one of the great things that happened is that I realized with perfect clarity how I never want to direct television. And I think there's this thing with a lot of actors where they feel like the next step, if you're successful and ambitious and want to be taken seriously, the next step up that ladder is to want to direct some of the episodes. And I know a lot of actors who will write into their contracts, if this show goes into a 3rd season, I want to direct one of the episodes. And I felt like I should want to do that, but I never had a good reason. And then when I went to work, I was like, absolutely not. It is such a different part of your brain. You have to be able to see and understand things in such a technical, architectural, angular, mathematic way. And the reality of most television is that you're 100% constrained by the budget that you have compared to the budget that you wish you had. And so much of what makes a good director is whether they can make the show on that schedule and under budget. And so, no, I have no aspirations.
Adega, let me ask you this as a creator yourself. If you or someday, hopefully, when if you ever see your stuff be on screen, could you ever imagine yourself making the jump to being the head of the whole production like Joe?
No, I'm not skilled enough for that. I would mess it up. in one way or another. I could be there as an advisor of what the story meant, because all of my stories have a lot of underlying hidden meaning, and you really have to think about what's going on in it to, there's the whole arc and there's individual little smaller arcs that I would like it to come through if that ever did come about. Because I'm not just telling a story. They're giant lessons. So other than that, I would be lost. I wouldn't know what to do.
I would imagine he probably learned a lot from Brad, right?
Yeah.
From watching Brad and Stargate?
Yeah. I would imagine. I hate saying that. I listen to too many people. They always start, no, that's not what just trying to correct my language. Everyone there are very, very few absolute prodigies that don't need to learn things from other people. So yeah, Stargate, I'm sure there was a lot picked up there and continues. But I don't know. I
think he's said as much, that he obviously learned a lot from Brad.
He might have. I don't remember it though.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to get through the rest of this, and let's see.
I love working with directors and having conversations about performances and shows and stuff, but I do not want to direct TV. No.
What do you think is one of Joe's best qualities as a showrunner?
Oh my God, can you narrow it down?
I was about to be really transparently honest and generous, and then Joe said, "Can you narrow it down?" Without a doubt, Joe's greatest characteristic as a showrunner is, and one that's not necessarily the most common among executive producers, is his humility. He never came to set with the attitude that I have this great show and you guys are going to, be appendixes to it. He came with the attitude of like, I have this great idea and I would like you, because of the person that you are, to help me realize it.
Diego, do you want to comment on Joe's humility? He is very down to earth because he's being the head of the production is a lot of responsibility. Yet he connects one-on-one with everybody who's working for him, cast and crew.
I don't think humility is the right word, because I've been around some people with significant power and big influence over the years. And there are those that are full of themselves. There are those that are humble. And there are those that live in a common sense world. This is where you do things. This is how you deal with people. Everyone's an equal. And let's get the job done. And I think he was more on that grounds, I would say, is he, people are people. I'll deal with you. If you're great, great. If you're not, we'll find somebody else who is willing to work. I guess in some regards, because he's mentioned it a couple times, but he really has done more sci-fi for television than anyone else. He's mentioned it, like I said, a couple times, but it isn't something that he really brags about. So yeah. I think there's a balance there.
Wasn't he
there is no arrogance, for sure. There is absolutely no arrogance there.
No, but he does also know that he's very talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't he wasn't Joe one of the greatest contributors to the Sci-Fi Channel?
I think at one point he was, yeah. But of course, Dark Matter was the nail in that coffin.
Yeah. By the way, do you think it's pretty? Joe's already pitched it, but it's pretty evident that he's probably pitched it to Netflix, right?
My guess would be, if he hasn't, it's real soon.
Well, he says he's already done it.
Oh, I missed that. Gosh, I'm missing a lot. My head has not been on
in his blog,
social media so much. I'm not catching his blog. So
But I mean, it would be because Netflix is on Dark. I mean, Dark Matter is now on Netflix. It's logical that he has probably pitched it to Netflix, right?
Oh, that's what you meant.
You would think.
He's mentioned, we asked him several times that when he was on the program, and he said he wanted to wait until he had something in the pipe or some kind of new success. That way he can show that his stuff is relevant and that it would be a good pitch. Now, whether or not, since he has his stuff already on Sci-Fi, that gave him the clearance to, in his mind, to present it to them right away, I don't know. But at the time that we were doing this, he had not done it.
Yeah, it's been very recent in the last few weeks that he
I could always ask him. He would let me know, but I don't think he would want me to tell anybody. So I'd still have to play ignorance. But
no, we're gonna find out. I think we're gonna find out soon because, I'm gonna keep playing the rest of this, but I think we're gonna find out soon. In all honesty,
that would be awesome.
So I never felt like I was working for someone as a puppet or as a mouthpiece. It was like he came to us as colleagues in collaboration, which was great. I think also the fact that he has a very clear vision of what he wants and was able to articulate it so well without sounding bombastic or dogmatic was just like great. Like really, a lot of times when you hear that the showrunner is coming to the set, they're coming down from the office, like they're coming down for meeting, people are just like, oh, okay. And directors too often want to get them out of the way because they don't work one-on-one with actors as much. And that was never the case with Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I defer to the experts. They're the professionals.
Well, that's the thing. That's what they say about great presidents too. They don't try to write, bills about the subject. They the best quality about a good president is knowing who to delegate it to, because they're not going to do all the work themselves.
That's one piece of advice that I will always give first-time showrunners is trust the people you're working with, delegate. Because if you don't and you try to take everything on yourself, you're just going to burn out, and it's just it's going to be a lesser product in the end.
Mark, I know you have to head out. Do you want to take this last question?
I sure do. Because I didn't even have to read the end of the sentence before knowing the answer to the question. So as I saw it, I'm wondering though if anyone else has a guess as to what my answer to this question is.
Which of your characters is most likely to be in character in real life?
I would say Jodell. That's my guess.
Adega, who do you got?
I have a lot of noise in the back. I have my special needs son, so I'm kind of muting myself. You don't hear the thumping and banging. I would agree.
PJ, who do you got?
I would say Mark's going to say 2.
Huh.
Joe?
Interesting. It's a tough one. I feel like I'm going to say 3, Anthony Lemke.
It's Anthony Lemke.
Oh.
No acting required. No acting required. Tell him which line to say and where to stand when he's saying it, and there you go. There, Bob's your uncle.
Wow, that's funny.
No acting, straight to wardrobe. You don't have no conversation required. Yeah.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have to run. Joe, do you ever final words for Mark?
Thank you so much for coming by. Hopefully, I know if you'd be interested to come back for episode 1 of season 2, if your schedule permits, and we can have a
careful what you ask for.
If you feel up to it, or future Jace Corso appearances, and or yeah.
I'll let you think about that offer before you officially make it again.
But thanks for dropping by. Always a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's do that.
It was an honor. Thank you.
Good luck with your bride.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. And it's so nice, 5 years after the fact, to see how excited people still are about the show. It was really the favorite thing that I've ever worked on. So this is really great.
It was great work. We appreciate it very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And Adega, it is true that there has been it's just a remarkable fan enthusiasm for having a couple of years gone by, huh?
Yeah, yeah. At first I was wondering, was it because I never saw it before, or is it resurging now for some reason? And there's a lot of tweets on Twitter from people who were never in this show. You know, I didn't get to see them every week when we were scrolling through the chat. People I don't even know how they're connected to Dark Matter, and yet they're posting about it. So it does seem like there's kind of a build that's going, that the people have either newly caught on to it through some section of Netflix or what have you. But yeah, it seems to be like it's building.
Dalek, go watch Dark Matter when you get a chance. I know you haven't seen it. I think you said you hadn't seen it, but go check it out when you get a chance. Preferably on Netflix, because if Netflix knows people are watching, they're gonna support the new pitch. And the resurgence, it almost makes sense to me, Adega, because that there should be a resurgence, because Joe said that, you know, when Dark Matter was first put out, they had their the budget for advertising for Dark Matter was kind of ridiculous, and Sci-Fi
Right.
didn't prioritize them, and
Right.
so, I mean, imagine if things imagine if that marketing had been done properly. We have this high quality show that's been flying under the radar. So I guess a resurgence is logical in some aspects.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, there's a lot of different streaming services that are starving for new material, and I'm surprised that I would be surprised.
Yeah.
That if Joe doesn't get it nailed off right off the jump, because people are really digging for something good, and they have seen, and it, like you said, it's growing, have seen that Dark Matter is a good show, and it seems like one of those snowballs rolling down a hill. It's going to build up momentum even more. I would think, you would hope. I would hope that
I
would be
agree.
the case.
I agree with the snowball analogy. I think that because, like you said, I think you're absolutely right. Because there's all these streaming services popping up. Obviously, Netflix was the big one to get they got the big head start with online streaming. But now, like you said, a lot of these streaming services are popping up, and companies are pulling their IP off of Netflix, and it's going to require Netflix to have more Netflix original stuff. So, more Dark Matter of a proven concept is very logical to be funded.
Yeah, the only way in my mind, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
that these streaming services will survive is that they have enough in-home content that draws in large crowds. If they have one show a month, a whole bunch of shows that are mediocre or failures, they're not going to survive. No one's going to pay $5 a month for one show that they binge or stream once and then they're done. You know, they can come back and see it another time. But if the streaming service has 5, 6, 7 that are continuing, then people, they're going to stick around for that. So I would think they're clamoring to get this good stuff. The opportunities are there, just whether or not the powers that be with the money and the brain power, well, I wouldn't call it brain power, but to have the money, want to invest in something that's going to expand their reach.
You're absolutely right. The streaming services that are going to survive need to have a good product line.
Yeah.
And,
otherwise, it's going to end up like cable all over again, where you have 50 channels on one service, or you're going to have 50 streaming things all on one service. They're all going to have to go discount because very few of them. It's that old adage that you remember this when we were kids. We got 50 channels, we got 100 channels, and nothing to watch.
Yeah, I think the best thing to watch was like Nick at Night, and just watch like old series repeated. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe had mentioned that to us quite a few times, that ideally it was a 6-episode miniseries thing that he wanted to do, simply because he figured he could finish the story in that amount of time.
He said ideally 8 episodes, but he could do it in 6.
Right.
Yeah. But he confirmed asking for. He did confirm asking for the. That's right. The 13 episode season. At this point, what could happen too is that the miniseries itself could be enough to get Netflix
relaunch the series
or relaunch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So whatever path it takes, it'll be just as long as there's a path for continuation.
Right.
And that's come up with the Orville too. Have you seen these rumors about the Orville, right? This about being canceled?
The new ones, I haven't put stock in them simply because of how much effort they put into the last year and a half.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. I mean, I'll talk about that in a different stream, but I personally think that Adrian and Scott, their comments, Scott did it several months ago in May, and Adrian Palicki did it very recently. They're very trusted, close people to Seth, and I think the comments they made were allowed to make them for certain reasons. I think it also the fact that it also helps them gauge the reaction from the fans if it's
right.
But wouldn't you say that?
Oh yeah, they watch. Just too bad they watch a lot of the wrong sources. You can't base your decisions on Twitter.
Yeah. But again, like the original series of Star Trek has canceled, and the fan campaign was very important. And so anyway, well, listen, I'm really glad you could jump in. And did you happen to see I'm just going to run through it real quick. Did you happen to see some of the stuff that Nikki from Nick the Stick is some of the merch that she has?
No, I haven't.
I'm just going to put it up real quick. Overview. We spent like an hour with her at the beginning of this the episode.
No, like I said, it was right when I came on. Was right when I saw the link. Oh, I've seen these in the past. Yeah,
you've seen these in the past. Yeah. She has some new stuff. Beautiful.
She was mentioning, I think last time she was working on the apron. I don't think she had that done yet.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Great gift ideas, guys. By the way, for look at that. And considering there's zero merchandise for Dark Matter. This is a gift, really. It is. It's fantastic.
Right.
These pins, love the pins. Love these pins.
Yeah.
So, and what was the newest stuff? I forget what was the newest stuff exactly, but yeah. Looks great. If anybody wants to check it out, I'm going to put the link in one more time. And Diego, what's going on with your books and stuff? I'll check out the socks. Did you see the socks?
I can't remember if I saw that. They look familiar, but it's been 6 months and my memory is flawed. So
yeah, well,
they are cool.
Yeah, that was it was like in Europe, all over Europe, not too long ago, huh? I remember that when I used to visit in Europe all the time.
Well, I'm an old fart, so.
Well, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I grew up in Southern Cal, and we got everything first.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah. Yeah. Nick is awesome. I'm putting in again the link, and Adega, tell us about what's going on with Evolution and your writing for that channel, and tell us, just give us an update on you.
Yeah, I am writing for Top Fives, which for those of you who don't know, they're a large YouTube channel. They do investigative stories, different things. They give me something to write so it sounds great when they have their narrator read it, and it's got a British accent and everything. It sounds wonderful, and they put all the editing, pictures, and everything. All I have to do is write the script for them. And they came to me. They said, "Hey, we like the way you write for us." And I said, "Not a problem. It's a paid job, so it's not paid a lot, but it's still. I would have done it for free because it's just fun. And then,
is there any link that you can give us to a sample of your work?
Yeah, if you give me just a sec, I will find it.
I will wait. I will wait an hour for this. I was waiting to see some samples on this.
Yeah, and I've got one done. I'm very, very slow at putting these together simply because it's not my priority, although it's funner than heck. I should work more diligently with it.
Look at this while Dig is looking for that. In case you guys weren't here at the beginning, look at this beautiful stuff from Nikki, and that like 5 isn't 5 holding everybody up? Isn't she the glue that keeps the Raza crew together? You see the android with the cookies. Beautiful stuff.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna put the link in the private chat.
Yeah,
and that one, if you look in the description, you'll see my name in there because I wrote that one. It's about sea critters.
Let me see.
It's got. I haven't looked. It might have up to 200,000 views by now.
Hold on one second. I can't play it because I'll get. But I'm going to put it in the background so we can just while we talk about it.
Well, that's just the action.
I wanted to play it, but I don't want.
You could probably play a little bit of it. I'll just tell them, hey, you know what? Be nice to them. They won't bug you.
I'll play a little bit. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, wait, 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. And
yeah, they're pretty cool people there. They won't mind. Plus, it's free advertising for them. But
yeah, absolutely. That's why. Yeah.
Like I said, they're 3.5 million though, so I don't. Everyone there that I've met so far, they're really cool, super cool. So I could just. I don't know how much sway I have in it, but I'd just say it was a little innocent thing that we were doing.
Yeah, Neva, I've definitely take a coffee mug. Absolutely. And let's see. Let's put in. Oh, there it is. All right. Give me 1 sec, and we're gonna put in.
I didn't write the commercial in this. They always, not always, but oftentimes they have a commercial in them. But I did not write the commercial.
Okay. You know what? Let me. I'm gonna just go ahead and play it. Worst thing we have to do in the worst case scenario, I'll just have to cut it out later on, in case if we get claimed. All right.
I really dig the guy's voice who does this.
There is an unquenchable desire within the human species that leads them on to the never-ending quest of development, enlightenment, exploration, and discovery. Throughout recorded history, and even in archaeological finds all over the world, humans have never stopped trying to understand their world, how it works, and what it contains. During the past year, with all the difficulties surrounding the protection of the world from a virus that has spread to every continent, the same drive to explore and discover has not been abandoned.
Diego, so these are all your words, right? These are your words, right? Okay.
You had me muted and I forgot to unmute it. Yeah, that's everything. I wrote everything. Like I said, in a few seconds, there'll be a commercial that pops in. I didn't do that, but the rest of the 15 minutes is all stuff that I wrote.
Wow, okay.
Many discoveries have been made, while the news of the day reported things of more urgent necessities. Ocean exploration is just one of those areas of investigation that has never come close to finding its end. Now, before we take a look at 5 of the little-known reports of discoveries that you may have missed while working through the weightier events of our past year, we'd like to say a special thank you to this video sponsor, Magellan TV, a new kind of service that features additional fascinating topics and puts those old issues to rest. Magellan TV is a membership-based streaming platform created by a team of filmmakers who put first the genuine passion of true crime diehards. Their service includes an incomparable library of crime-centric titles never before seen on any other streaming platform, including giants such as Netflix and HBO. And if you need a break from a true crime binge, Magellan TV also offers films and series based on subjects such as art and culture, space and ancient history. Not only that, but they also add new programs and additional ad-free content every week, so you can discover new unresolved mysteries every time you load the service.
Okay.
Duobrachium sparksy. In our oceans, nearly 250,000 species have been identified. With each new vehicle to explore greater depths, and with each new camera that can image ever-increasing amounts of details within the ocean depths, more species are found. Just like the Duobrachium sparksy, this particular species is part of a growing group known as cone jellyfish.
This one was funny
Our first
simply because
done by
there
the
are so few images of it
Yeah.
that I thought the editing crew was going to have a heck of a time, and they actually did a pretty good job of putting something together for it.
Wow.
But I was anxious to see what they could do.
Wow, that is amazing, actually.
Administration's Office of Ocean Exploration and Research. In April 2015, an ROV named Deep Discoverer was working at a depth of nearly 4,000 meters and 400 kilometers north of Puerto Rico when it made the discovery. Over the past decades, the group of jellyfish known as cone jelly, or ctenophore, have been discovered in a wide range of varieties. These particular types of jelly are known for having rows upon rows of tiny cilia filaments over various parts of their bodies.
Amazing.
In motion, these cilia refract light back to the observer, making a beautiful display of color, pulsating in an orderly and organized pattern, exclusive to each subspecies. The new cone jelly that has been discovered had the unique distinction of being identified almost solely via high-definition camera. This allowed for some of the most breathtaking video of this colorful creature that the scientists and we as observers could have hoped for. The wide spectrum of reflecting colors that came through with the amazingly clear images made for an easy classification of the discovery. One of the special characteristics of this new discovery was the appearance of the two long and narrow tentacles, giving the jelly the nickname of party balloon. These two extensions gave rise to the species name, Duobrachium, or two-armed. As of our report, no physical sample has been made of our newly identified oceanic neighbor, but in time more will be learned.
Hey, nitpickers.
The unnamed glowing sponge. Seen the world over in both fresh water as well as ocean, sponges are a fairly common sea creature seen in many varieties. The very nature of the creature, with its porous surfaces, durability and characteristic absorbency, has made sponges a household necessity in years past. Though recent years have had artificial sponges replace most of the ocean harvesting. As the filters of the ocean, these creatures are so common that when something unusual is found about them, it is usually quite remarkable. Such is the case for this newer and still unnamed discovery. In 2017, the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute sent Doc Ricketts, a deep-sea ROV, to a depth of 4,000 meters off the coast of Monterey Bay. While doing their investigation, they came across an unusual sponge of the Cladosaheader family and still has yet to be named. This sponge was unusual for many reasons, the first being its appearance. Unlike many, this sponge grows from a thin anchored stalk reaching up to a bulbous mass. Long filaments decorate the top bulbous body, giving this sponge its unusual shape. Like all sponges, this creature filter feeds in still water, so that its pores do not become clogged with silt from more turbulent tides. But unlike other sponges, the uniqueness of this creature was discovered once it was brought to the surface for study. For over a century, glowing sponges have been seen. However, it has always been found that this was due to the creature absorbing the remnants of other bioluminescent sea life.
That's funny, the time prophet.
Once
Sorry.
this new discovery proved to be unusual in that it created its own light and not by outside influences. Zolenterazine is the chemical used in many glowing sea creatures. It's the very same produced by our new and still unnamed carnivorous sponge. Discovering how this actually works has taken years, since the creatures were first brought on board the research vessel and tested in darkness. Only the anchoring stalk of this sponge shows no signs of bioluminescing. As of this report, no reason has been discovered for the sponge to use light. The depth of 4,000 meters makes any investigation.
You don't want to bore everybody by watching this whole
You
thing.
seem abundant, and in time will reveal their secrets.
Actually, it's interesting, dude. I'm beginning to wonder though, Adega.
The bioluminescence.
Let me just you know what? I'm gonna put this like softly in the background.
The ocean has been a source of
I'm wondering if
explorers, poets, sports enthusiasts, photographers.
I mean, this is great content, dude.
Perhaps one of
Oh, I
those
appreciate it, but you know, they have good help too.
Yeah, well, you guys.
The last one's actually my favorite. I saved the best for the last.
Oh yeah, which you mean number one?
tanning guide.
Yeah.
Just happens
You know
to
what? Let's
belong
listen to
one of the
number
more
one.
popular foods from the ocean, squid. Though the tanning gaia is not fished by people deliberately. The vampire squid. Our last creature is also one from deeper parts of the ocean, where little to no light can reach. In years past, over a century ago, common belief existed in the minds of oceanographers that nothing could live in these extreme depths. Serious investigations at the time proved the majority that held to this theory were indeed quite wrong. One of the first specimens to be captured at these dark depths was quickly deemed the vampire squid. Its scientific name literally means vampire from hell. This name was given solely on the basis of its appearance, and not from any nocturnal excursions, silently hunting for blood to consume. There are several features that gave rise to the name. The first is its color. The vampire squid can range in color from deep black to a pale red, depending upon the depth of which it is found. The less light, the darker the appearance. Another striking feature involves the tentacles. This is where the vampire squid not only found reason for its name, but also for one of several traits giving it an entirely unique species category. Our little deep-sea friend has webbed tentacles, giving it a cape-like appearance, hence looking like a caped vampire. The vampire may be called a squid, but its genetics much more resemble that of an octopus than that of a squid. But there is not enough in common to be classified as such. The vampire of the deep is in a group all to itself. Another intriguing characteristic of this little marvel is its eyes. Squid and octopus are known for having large eyes, but the vampire has the largest proportionally to its body size. These two range in color from red to blue. Also, unlike other similar creatures, our friend here has suckers only near the end of its tentacles. The more central and inner portions of the tentacles have little spiny projections called kiri. When the vampire is threatened, its cape will invert and wrap the head nearly completely. This leaves rows of those kiri pointing outwards and toward any would-be predator from making a meal of it. Starting from its earliest days of life, the vampire has been found at mere millimeters in length, eventually growing to 30 centimeters or about a foot in length. In its adult form, two small fins grow on the distal portion of its head to assist in locomotion. Just like a great many deep-sea life, the vampire uses bioluminescence for hunting and defense. Most of its entire body has photophores, allowing it to generate light whenever needed. The duration of expressing its light ranges from just fractions of a second, up to some observations of 7 minutes. One feature that octopus in general almost all share is the ability to produce and dispense ink in times of trouble. Our little vampire cannot do this. Instead, it has adopted a diversion technique that is ingenious for deep water life. With the greater life-threatening situations, the vampire will drop mucus from its tentacles that carry tiny spheres of bioluminescence. With a small cloud of blue light as a distraction, the critter only needs to swim a short distance away to hide in the darkness. This feature is a costly one, however. A great deal of food energy is required to make and store this self-defense mechanism, so using it is almost always a last resort. There is still so much to learn about the vampire's habits and life cycle. But like with most endeavors, given time, technology, and dedicated people, our little friends will reveal many more secrets. So that's it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed learning about a few of our deep-sea neighbors. With so many new discoveries in the deep depths, many more creatures are yet to be found to share their uniqueness with the curious above the oceans. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.
Wow. Yeah, I did enjoy that. That was great.
Well, thank you.
And this is the main page, guys, for top 5.
Like I said, I don't know how many people have viewed that yet. I have to go back and take a look. Last time I checked, it was 180.
How many people viewed it? Here.
Yeah, let me see.
You got a lot of views. You got almost 200,000 views, dude.
183,000. Yeah. That's not bad. It's better than over half of their videos, so I can't argue with that.
That's great, dude. Oh, that was. It's kind of like you're watching Discovery Channel, but it's different tone.
Right.
I was enjoying it, and like everybody in the chat, like all of a sudden we switched from Dark Matter to this, but was not boring at all, right, guys? I saw everybody commenting. Yeah, you for switching right out of Dark Matter, you kept our attention.
You asked. Well. That's your doing. You asked.
Yeah, Lady Mist, wonderful. I've watched that channel. Very cool. And Time Prophet says, Dega, did you have to do your own research, or was were the facts given to you?
No, the facts were what I pulled up. They did the video, the voiceover. The music is done by a good friend of mine. It's pretty much an English crew.
Wow.
I think I'm the only. There might be somebody else from the States that works on it, because every once in a while a story will, usually a haunted story comes from the States, usually somewhere here in the Midwest, but I think it's almost an exclusively English crew. But one of these days I guess I can ask, but I'm just having fun. Like I said, I'm working on another one right now. It should have been done. They don't stress me over it. They understand my situation, and they came for me, not the other way around. So
that's fantastic, dude. Wow, it's a nice fit there for you, huh?
Yeah, especially the next one I'm doing it's a subject that I absolutely love, and they wanted me to do something similar, but I said, hey, you know what, this would be better, and they said, yeah, it would be better. So I'm working on it.
I propose, Adega. I propose if you let me know what's you're putting out that's your content. I would like to review them, even if it's in the short videos. I'd like to review them.
Oh, okay. Fine. That's if you want to.
Yeah.
What I'm working on now, I'm doing actually that project I did there kind of gave me some of the ideas for it. I'm working on a totally new sci-fi universe, and people have. Lady Mist will tell you, a lot of people have caught on to it because it's completely unique. It's something that's never been done before. And some of the ideas actually came from that fish video that I made. But I'm working on a way now. I'm checking to see how the IP is protected, because all my stuff is copyrighted, everything. And if it works out, I may be able to bypass until I get an actual publisher to put them in physical print. I will have access for people to get whatever it is I've written on digital. So hopefully everything that have made ready for print that I had done with the other program, with the other publisher before they folded, will be something that anyone can purchase and read right away. Wow.
Very exciting. Well, you are quite accomplished, and do you want to just remind people of what you used to do before?
I was a chiropractor. Before that, I was a professional sax player. So I've done a little bit of everything, I guess. And before that, I was a tractor mechanic.
Wow.
But that was a family thing. I was working on those since I was little. But I wanted to do the music, and I knew music wouldn't support a family. My dad didn't want me to be in the mechanicking. It was heavy equipment, the big bulldozers and those type of things, because, well, at the time, my uncle, no, it was my cousin. It was actually my cousin. A surveyor had went into the wrong area, parked his car in the wrong area. And these big cats, you can't exactly see real easy around them. So the guy parked, and the cat rolled right over. He backed up over him, killed the guy. And my brother had gotten buried alive. Fortunately, he survived.
Oh my God.
But my dad sat me down and says, "Get out." And I said, "Okay, I'll get out of the business," because it was a whole family thing. And then, the music wasn't going to
Your
support a
brother
family.
got like buried, like he was pinned, or was he?
Yeah. No, he was in a ditch, and it buried him up to his head. And then if you know anything about being buried in dirt, it's like being in a constrictor. Depending on the type of dirt, when you exhale, the volume and pressure of the dirt squeezes in.
Oh my
so
God.
you're slowly being suffocated. And fortunately, they got him out quickly. And then I did chiropractic up until about 5 years ago when I retired because of my health condition.
Yeah.
And I just had an idea in my head, and my wife said, "Well, you better do it because you're not going to sit around the house waiting to die." And I said, "Okay." So I started writing.
Wow. Thank God you did, man. Thank God.
I appreciate it.
Dig, I find all your work very interesting and have completely enjoyed listening to all your readings. Yes, absolutely, Lady Mist.
She's been through just about everything I've done. Anything I posted on YouTube, she's seen.
Wow.
So,
well, my friend, I want to thank you for joining me.
It wasn't supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about the guy we have on the screen right there.
Yeah, and him and this other guy. Let me put up this other guy. And let's just finish with this here. Hold on, let me find it. What a pleasure. What a pleasure it was to go through all of Dark Matter with the creator. It was just
it was
remarkable
amazing.
Experience.
Absolutely amazing. And thank you for inviting me to be with it.
Oh, I would, of course. Absolutely, my friend. Your participation was key for me to have you on board, man.
I don't know about that, but really hanging out with my friend, you, is always fun. It really is.
Always. Likewise. And here we are, Joe celebrating his birthday. Joe's birthday blog. Happy birthday, Joe. I'm sure he's not watching us because we've been streaming for 4 hours. But hopefully he's having a nice evening. And I do want everybody to go check out the blog. In the blog, Joe gives updates about the pitch, and we'll just look. We can look at today's entry, his entry today, celebrating his birthday. What is this? Arigato. Oh, cool. Interesting. Wow. So this is Joe's post for today. I got to do that. I've been wanting to build a stand-up place to work on the computer, Diego. I think I'm going to get to that soon. Sitting all day is not the best thing, really.
No, it's not. The best thing to do would be to change positions about every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, what's your professional opinion on that, by the way?
That's it. There's actually some really cool devices where you have your computer on a desktop, and then periodically it pulls away on hydraulics where you can stand and work on it and move it around and put it back down. Everything is mobile because
that's ideal. You're right. That is the ideal.
Yep. We're given 2 feet and just 1 butt, which means you got to be up twice as much as you are seated, at least.
Yeah. So guys, let's see. Let me just put the link to Joe's blog in case anybody is not. You should be following Joe. And I was about to write instead of Joe's blog. I was going to write Joe Blogs. You know what Joe Blogs is? Joe Blogs is the character that the Princeton Review uses to teach.
I no clue.
Oh, I wrote it. Oh my God, I said I wasn't going to write it and I wrote it. Anyway, Joe's blog. So I wrote a combination of Joe's blog and Joe Blogs. So
just click the link.
Click the link, everybody, and it'll take you to Joe's blog. So happy birthday to Joe. Thank you for everybody. As a lot of people have been hanging in here with us for 4 hours almost. And Yeah, Glinda. And we have some. By the way, we're gonna have some interesting. We're gonna have some interesting collabs from people in our community. We had Nikki on today. We had we have the weapons maker Matt, who's going to be joining us again to talk more of dark matter weapons and the newest stuff he's working on. The last time he gave us an update, he blew us away because he put together Melissa's gun, two's gun.
I saw that.
And wow, he's getting good at it, man.
Yeah.
He's going to be hired to do stuff in the future for productions, I think. Anyway, guys, make sure you sub to Joe's blog or Joe's blogs. And what was I just lost my chain of thought. We're gonna have Nikki again, maybe a little bit, and we're gonna have Matt. We're gonna have Galinda show us some really cool cosplay that she has done. So listen, the community is a fantastic community, and we're going to be celebrating. I did say initially this is going to be a dark matter week, but I think I'm going to change it to October being the dark matter month for Orville Nation, and because I can't stream 7 days straight, so it's just not logistically possible.
Weak.
So we're gonna spread it out a little bit, and just stay tuned on Twitter, and we're going to be putting out our next stream. We're going to celebrate two. We're going to celebrate Melissa O'Neill, and we did have Melissa on with Zoe.
That was fun.
I'm thinking, I don't know. I did want to separate each one. I think we're just going to celebrate Melissa next time, even though we're going to show portions of them being on the video on the interview together. But and then we'll celebrate Zoe. Zoe was one of the android was one of your favorite characters, right?
Yeah. Simply, she's just an amazing actress. Still, I'm impressed that one scene within 30 seconds, she did 5 different accents very, very well, and I'm just blown away by what she could do.
Absolutely.
And she was 5 different actresses in one the whole time.
Yeah, Dega is great to have. He doesn't go off on tangents, Maria.
Or get drunk.
So yeah, Zoe is fantastic, and by the way, you guys, if you haven't subbed to our co-host, she left before. She was on here earlier. I'm going to put up her channel. Maria has a brand new channel called Tea and Telly, and you're going to want to sub to that. So here's the link. And so if you're not subbed to Tea and Telly, please do. She's got a lot of interesting stuff coming down the road.
Yep. Talk of sausage. I'm sorry.
Brand new channel. And they had a kind of a festive ladies' night before, but her content is actually very serious, and she has some great interviews. And the next Elvira Mistress of the Dark is Mistress Vampira. So go check that out. I want to sub to that. Make sure you're subbed. Guys, we grow together. I will plug anybody's channel as long as as the content is not offensive or anything. So we're a community. Let me know if I can help in any way. And again, that sub to Maria. Make sure you guys sub to Maria. Zoe's character work is most people's favorite, I found. Yeah, Zoe's stuff is fantastic. Have you watched Lost Girl, Adega?
No, I've been told I needed to, but I never have. No.
Yeah, I only have so much time myself, and I haven't watched. But I'm gonna watch a little bit of Melissa's and Zoe's work, what they're doing now. before we celebrate the Melissa stream and the Zoe stream. So
Actually, you might find this odd, and I think I started up because it's October. When it originally aired, I was going through college, and I worked it most evenings at Electronics Boutique, and I missed the X-Files. I seen like 1 out of every 5 episodes, so I'm watching them all now, and just loving it. I'm thinking how much better some of the older shows are than some of the stuff that's coming out now. It was just brilliant.
couldn't you could just be glued to your screen watching the X-Files, and it was just Scully and Mulder walking around with flashlights in the dark.
Right.
And
it was the camera work and the setting and everything. They were just smart people who made those shows. And even though it was set in kind of a 80s, early 90s, where you hear the beeping, you think someone's going to pick up a phone, and they grab a pager instead. And they're going through, I can't remember those old microfiche instead of using computers to search through stuff.
Yeah.
Still, it blows me away at how good of a show and how much I missed, because like I said, 1 of every 5 episodes just about is what I saw, and I'm loving it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Love the X-Files. I'm glad we got a couple more seasons of it, but I would still watch it if they were. I would want more, to be honest.
Yeah.
But anyway, Eureka. I liked Eureka. I watched a little bit of that. No, Eureka was good. It was interesting.
I've seen it about 4 times. My wife absolutely adores it and watches it in reruns about once a year.
Really?
And I like it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, she's a massive fan of it.
Wow. Is your wife very sci-fi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a total nerd.
Captain Robert April is going to be doing a stream that ain't Star Trek, specifically answering the musical question. What is Star Trek anyway? Cool. When are you doing that stream, Captain Robert?
Let us know.
If you want to go ahead and put a link, you got the wrench. So, she has good taste. She married a Dega. She has great taste.
Yeah, that was the one mistake she made in her life.
All right, my friend. Well, thank you. Oh, by the way, what's the deal with the books? And when do we get because you keep telling me to wait to actually buy the new version of Evolution, but
well, you're not going to be able to find it now. Like I said, I'm checking the rights for intellectual property. If I post it, is the rights going to be shared? Is this type of thing going to cause me difficulty in maintaining control of a copyright? If everything works the way it's presented, maybe in a couple weeks you'll be able to get whatever you want, except for the last 2 books.
Okay.
So there'll be 4, 5 available pretty soon. Yeah, if it works out. Just to let you know what it is, Teesprings, which is now Springs, they allow digital content, not just doing T-shirts. They've expanded quite a bit, and they're allowing creators to put.
Is now Springs.
Yeah, they're allowing people to put out digital content.
Like what?
And that's my big thing. I'm checking legally to see what kind of bind I will be in if I posted any of my stuff there. And if there's no bind, if it works like the artwork and everything else that they're doing for the T-shirts, that's where it will be.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep.
All right. Well, can you
at least until I get a publisher.
Yeah. You don't want to self-publish?
No.
Okay. Well, you can keep us updated on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks again to Nikki and to Maria. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Happy birthday again to Joe. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe, for creating this wonderful universe. Thanks to the wonderful interview that Mark gave us as well. We were able to rewatch most of it. And, stay tuned, guys. Dark Matter Month. All right, that's it. It's Dark Matter Month on Orville Nation. Dark Matter Month continues in a few days with Melissa and with Melissa O'Neill, and 2. And you guys know we have a big raffle. We were talking about it at the beginning.
Yes.
We have a big raffle coming up. Adega, there's been some stuff added to the raffle I cannot talk about. It's crazy cool stuff.
If it's a jacket.
Nope.
Well,
It's
still,
not.
it's all cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you, it's not wardrobe. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. It's not wardrobe. So, hopefully, we'll get green light to talk about it. And of course, this is all for Rambling Canucks fundraiser, which Melissa was so kind to help.
She volunteered it right away. Yeah,
volunteered. Again, it's not the Porsche. It's not the Porsche jacket at the end. It's the she gave us her prison suit from Dark Matter, and
the backpack.
Say that again. Adega?
Wasn't there a backpack?
There was a backpack. There was one Melissa's Dark Matter backpack, and by the way, she signed the Dark Matter prison suit.
Cool.
On the inside, and I always forget what it's called. It's the Maria. What is it called again? It's the stitching. It's this thing that was hanging up in the
needlepoint
production office. Needlepoint, yes. Crochet. Well, I forget what it's called. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think it's called needlepoint. If it's the framed picture that I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's the frame needlepoint.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm getting confused because I think they call it differently in Spanish, and I'm thinking in Spanish. So amazing stuff, and we have a couple of items that have been added. Nikki has added something from her shop, I think, for that, and we have a surprise item that will blow you guys away. Hopefully, we're going to be able to add at least one of those surprise items to the raffle. Again, Adega, actually, if you can hang out for like 2 minutes when we go off the air, I need to ask you. I need to consult with you something about the raffle.
Okay.
So again, happy birthday to Joe. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Katie, Nina, for being here without being here. It was great, and Adega, of course, for being here and being here. So you guys have a great night. Stay safe, and we will be back very shortly. Don't forget, Tuesday, by the way, we have a special stream, The Truth About the Orville and Why You Shouldn't Be Worried About its cancellation, which everybody's been panicking over. I don't think there's any reason to worry, so we're going to be talking about that Tuesday. Thank you, Adega. Thank you again, my friend. Thanks,
always.
Alec. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Adega.
No, I was just saying it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Lady Mist. Thank you, Alec, Nate, Stephanie, Captain Robert, Prophet, Maria, Nikki, Neva, everybody who has been in here, Louise, everyone who has been in here the whole time at the beginning of the stream, and Jack, and everybody, Galinda, everybody. Thank you guys. Have an awesome night. Stay safe, and or good morning, depends. We have a couple people listening from Australia, so have an awesome day.